Bam, we're live. Good morning. Yesterday, 2 days ago at night before I went to sleep, um, for dinner, I had, 2 cucumber jalapeno margaritas for dinner, and then I came home from the restaurant. I think it was like, I don't know, 8:30, 9, and I did that workout, 30 muscle ups, for times, 30 strict muscle ups for time, and I got, 17 minutes, and, um, I'm guessing I weighed like 170. So then I thought when I woke up the next morning, I thought and it took me 4 minutes to do the last muscle up. So then, when I got up in the morning, I was like, "I need to try that again, 10 pounds lighter." And in the afternoon, and with a big, huge dose of, caffeine, I'm actually gonna take a scoop of this stuff that Andrew introduced me to, NO Explode. Take a big ol' huge scoop of NO Explode and do it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and do it, like, at, I don't know, 160 pounds. And just see, like, do I have can I do it in 10 minutes? I was really concerned about my shoulders, that if I did 30 strict muscle ups, my shoulders would hurt. My shoulders are good, my triceps 2 days later are crazy sore. So yesterday, it's been a while since I fasted. So yesterday, I attempted to fast. I had, 2 Fit Aids, a cup of Paper Street coffee in the morning like I always do, and I had 2 plums that I found in the yard. And I had a big old glass of, electrolytes and a cup of hot water. I finished The Boys yesterday too, all 4 seasons. I finally figured it out. It's they're gay superheroes. They're gay fascist, superheroes. What's crazy is they keep telling the story of they actually called in the final season, they called the superheroes alt-right. And they made him racist and shit, but what's crazy and they talked about how one of the superheroes was crazy wealthy and came from a family that used to collect slaves, but what's crazy is that was the Democrats. Not one Republican the only Republican on record that ever owned slaves was Ulysses Grant, and he was a Democrat at the time. Kinda crazy. And, yeah, it's yeah, Sir Trolls yeah, I realized that. It's a gay superhero porn. The good news is I haven't and I arouse really easy. And the good news is I didn't get aroused, once in 4 seasons. So, there's that. God, and poor Starlight, what did she do to her face? She really did fuck her face up. She fucked her face up. I mean, just straight up. She gotta whoever her surgeon is, don't do that. Do not do that. Anyway, I woke up this morning, I weighed 162. I took I got these ketone shots, and I've been trying them out, and, people have always raved about ketone shots. I have felt nothing from them, absolutely 0. Like, up to this point, I think they're just a complete waste of money, but I've been telling myself the reason why I'm not getting anything out of it is because 'cause I'm not in ketosis. So if I was in ketosis and I took one of those ketone shots, my body would be like, "Oh, yes, sustenance." So, like I said, I'm about 36 hours with only, 2 Fit Aids, 2 plums, and, now I'm having my second cup of black coffee. And so after the show today, I'll do one of those shots of ketones and see if I feel anything. But I'm gonna try to drop down, I don't know, maybe like to drops 10 pounds and then do the 30 muscle ups again. My shoulders feel great. I'm really sore. I think I should still wait a week. I don't think it should be like my first workout back. Nate, yeah, Nate's a good one. I love Nate. Nate's one of those workouts that came out. I'm like, this is a horrible workout. It's so easy for me. I'm good upside down too. And the kettlebell is one I can swing. So, yeah, the 2 plums in your mouth sounds about right, yeah. So I normally don't weigh myself. I normally don't get on the scale. We have a scale. It's not that I'm opposed to it. It's just too much work. We have one of those electronic ones. You got to like tap on it. I also noticed yesterday, about halfway through the day, my foot felt better for the first time in a couple months. I wonder if that has to do with the not eating and inflammation going away. Do the plums not take you out of ketosis? I thought ketosis was all or nothing process, but I don't know. I have no idea. They were just on. I was watering I ate both of them on accident. I wasn't on guard. I was walking around the yard and there were plums. I always collect plums off the ground every morning. And then in the evening, and so in the morning, I picked up a handful of them and I ate one. I don't think it's so little, 50 grams of carbs. I doubt it. Let's see. Let me see. Small plum nutrients. 8 grams of carbs, 7 grams of sugar, fruit sugar. And then the Fit Aids have 262. Good job. Nice. Good job, geez Louise. And then the Fit Aids had 5 calories each in them. You know who eats just like me? Exactly like me is Abigail Domit. That was my takeaway.
Real quick.
She is though. That's how my kids eat. My kids do that. My kids bring the food to their mouth. I like to take a big handful and make it like a baseball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like squeeze it really tight. Maybe you were a little shy, so you just went for the trough method. I like to take a handful and squeeze it, and then so it's like dense.
Then it's like a hamburger and you take bites out of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. I shove the whole thing in.
Okay.
And sometimes my mouth gets wide open so big that I'm like, oh fuck. I don't even give myself any room to chew.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because you got to get a little up room. I put
But
so
then
much in there that I'm just wedged open.
It's gonna sit in there for so many minutes, and then they're just gonna see me trying to continue to chew it while my mouth is so full.
Abigail, you are so fucking beautiful. And then when I see you eat like this, I think, holy shit, maybe I married the wrong woman. I don't think there could be 2 of us in one house. There fucking couldn't be.
No, that's the only way to get it down.
Oh my goodness. If good thing you have a couth husband and I have a couth wife, or we would be barbarians. Would you just sit? I would literally just cook in a pot on the stove and eat. I would never even use a fucking plate.
Yeah, and just bring it and just with the hands.
Yeah. Well, I like utensils, but I do the other. You know how like there's big spoons like for like stirring stuff or like scooping like pasta sauce out or something.
Yeah.
And the other day, my wife made dinner. And I came in the house and I used that big spoon. It was a big steel spoon to eat, and it didn't really fit in my mouth, but I shoved it in anyway, and it cut my lip. I go, we got to throw this spoon away. She goes, why? I'm like, it's got a really sharp edge on it. So you're not supposed to put that one in your mouth.
That's not what it's for. But it's a spoon, so what can you do? Yeah.
First place. Beast.
Yep.
There was another moment like that in the only other time I remember something like that happening where an athlete pardon me if this is hyperbole, but came out of nowhere and put it to the athletes that I can remember. I remember Brooke Wells did that in Del Mar one year.
Okay.
Yeah, she came out of nowhere and just won it. You know, I mean, she was good, but she wasn't supposed to win it. Yeah. I mean, she had she had even bigger holes. I mean, I can't think of any holes you have really, but she had some holes and she wasn't supposed to win it. And she did. Yeah. She showed up and performed.
But did she only compete that 1 year? Or did she do it for multiple years?
That's the only year I remember she had success. But I don't know if she did it multiple years. I want to say she did it multiple years. But I think psychologically, and I don't know that I should have her back on and ask her, but I think psychologically, the burden of just the intensity of what it is to be a games athlete, she just wasn't up for anymore, right?
Yeah.
Like Pardon me?
She wanted to do something else.
Yeah, or yeah, I guess maybe. Yeah, I guess maybe. I didn't ever thought of it like that. But one of the takeaways from the video with Hiller is you've taken, and maybe wouldn't be your favorite word, but you've taken the burden, you've taken the responsibility of being a games athlete on full steam ahead.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the thing. I know there's other things that I'm going to be doing later on. Like, this is just for now. This is temporary for however many years. And then, yeah, might as well just go all in while I'm doing it, because I don't plan on obviously competing at this level forever. I don't plan on doing it anywhere close to this years down the road.
I don't mean to be rude when I say this, but you also don't look like you're on PEDs.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously you're genetically gifted. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But you don't look like you're on PEDs. So anyone who says that, you don't have enough. Your quads and your veins and your
right.
and your triceps and your shoulders. You still look human.
Too real. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
It's so
you look great. You look strong as fuck. You look great. You look
right.
fast, but you just don't look.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're saying, and
Yeah,
I
you
agree.
yeah,
That's why
you
I
just
would be like, "Huh?"
yeah.
But
I mean, like if you start working out, I think you would probably just shrink back down pretty damn quick.
yeah, I think so too. I mean, that's what happens if I like when we have a really hard like after the games, I'll take a little bit of time off and then I'll kind of deflate a little bit and then I gotta pump back up.
Yeah, at most you look, I realized over the years too with certain people, like they get inflamed. Like Rich Froning, I think a lot of the times the reason why he looked the way he did is because he was so fucking inflamed.
Yeah.
But he ate well also, so it didn't manifest in the traditional like puffy inflamed. But
Yeah.
you're doing you're working out hard every single fucking day, so your body's always in fucking recovery, right?
Yeah, that's especially how I felt last year. I feel like my body manages it a little bit better this year, but last year, like by the time the games rolled around, I felt just so inflamed, and I didn't know if people could tell. But like when I looked at pictures of myself, just looking at like just parts of my body, I was like, wow, like I was really just inflamed during that time. But
um I don't know this because I don't know what you're like really like, but one of the cool things I think that's the giveaway that you're all in also is you had Hiller visiting and you had a camera in your house for 48 hours and following you around, and you still seemed to stay like yourself, like you didn't give a fuck, like you danced the same way. Like that shows me that you're singularly focused on the mission, and you're not going to be worried about your perception. So you're eating grapes like that. You joke around about the cat. You have the Mein Kampf book out. You and your boyfriend are having some friendly bickering. Like it seemed like you were just like yourselves.
yeah, and I wasn't sure. I really liked the way it all came together because I wasn't sure what things he was gonna put in, what he was gonna leave out. He's really good at tying things together and leaving some things still sort of up to question. Um, but yeah, we're in the middle of training for the games. There's really no extra energy to try and put on a mask. Like I've got all I got right now. So when he said he was going to come, I'm like, yeah, sure, come on, why not?
Did you read the comments?
Yeah. Anton was reading them and he was kind of telling me how they were, and so I wasn't reading them as closely as he was, I don't think. Um,
It's 254 just like glowing reviews.
yeah, most of them are definitely positive. So yeah, it's cool. I mean, he did a great job. So
I told him he needs more negative reviews. I said, if you don't have more negative reviews, you didn't push it hard enough.
yeah, there were some negatives.
But the people are kind of retarded in the negatives.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Like you can tell they were triggered by something, and it's nothing really you did.
Yeah, but most of them are definitely positive. All the top ones are positive, but I did think about that because I know a lot of his stuff does get a lot of negativity thrown at it. So, but I don't know.
Can you tell me the story of him contacting you?
He just shot me a message, said, "Hey, I'd
In
like
your
to."
DMs?
Yeah. Hey, can I follow you around for a day or two? Does that bother you? And then I had already seen like the video he did with Haley and Bill, so I kind of knew what it was going to be about, and so I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Um, the whole like PED things kind of got added in later because he was going to come one weekend and then he ended up coming the following. But the weekend before, I ended up getting tested. So I messaged him. I was like, oh, this would have been so funny. Like if you were here when all this was happening. And then he was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting a flight right now. I'm going to come tonight. But that ended up not working out. So he came the following weekend and then he had us just kind of try and scope out and get whatever we could from those people.
Who filmed it?
The weekend before, Anton.
And was he uncomfortable filming that? I mean, that took balls. That section is pretty ballsy. It's uncomfortable filming. I mean, people don't realize this, but it's always uncomfortable being behind the camera. Like there's just steady stream. Like the person in front of the camera is uncomfortable. The person behind the camera is always a little uncomfortable too if they have empathy because they know you're spying on the person. Like you're capturing them and taking them home with you.
Yeah.
Was he uncomfortable? It looked tense. It looked not in a bad way, but you could tell they didn't really want to be filmed.
They didn't. That was kind of the thing because we were trying to like sneak a little bit, but they did say straight up, they're like, please leave us out of the media. We don't want to be a part of this. So we definitely did have to like make sure we blurred them out and hid their identities and all that. So yeah, they were like, no, don't film us if we can. We'll answer your questions off camera, but
Abigail, why didn't they tell you no? They still let you film. I mean, you got great footage. You accomplished it. Do they by law have to let you film? What's the rule on that?
I don't know. I think that if somebody tells you straight up to not film them, maybe, but I don't think because Anton did actually look up if what the laws are per state, and like in Texas, like there's only a few states where you absolutely can't just go up and film people, but Texas is not one of them, so we weren't sure.
You're going into a bathroom and you're lowering your pants and they're staring at your genitalia to pee. You would think that you would be allowed to document that.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds kind of balanced, right? Like,
yeah.
I'm going to do this for you. How about you let me do this just for...
Right. It was more just their identities. Like it was them that they didn't want to be shown. And like, I don't know, I guess because it makes people, I don't know if it was about their safety or something like that. So
anyway, you captured it great. Did he film that with his iPhone?
He was using his camera, like his nice camera. And then, yeah, like he put the mic and everything attached.
Well, it came out great. I thought that they were great with you, the amount they did let you film.
Yeah.
And I think it's fantastic that it's pretty amazing that you were tested right after.
Yeah.
Semifinals, and then you were tested again. We know that the tests, they're random in the sense they're random for you. You don't know, but they're not random. Like they don't reach into a ball. They don't reach into a hopper and be like, oh, Abigail Domit. Someone actually suggests, like Rich and Matt and Tia are tested a shitload, right? And that's for a reason, right? To validate, to catch them if they are cheating, but also to validate their performance.
Right.
So someone obviously thought, okay, she did this great. Let's test her again.
Yeah.
Right. That's cool.
I think it's great.
It brings you validation, right?
Yeah. And I definitely think it's a good time to do it. At least that's what some people were telling me, like, oh, it's perfect because I don't know if it's like between semis and the games makes sense to do it then. I saw some other people also were getting tested. I know like Alex was tested and Dallin and maybe a few others, like all kind of around the same time. So
I would test all those people too. I'd put them at the top of the list too, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. I put Ariel in there too. Fittest woman in America. Get her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because I mean, I don't know enough about PEDs, and it sounds like you don't either. But you would think that my logic would be, okay, they tested me after semifinals. If I'm gonna have another window to do some, it would be now.
Yeah, that's kind of the way some people worded it. So they were like, "Oh, that's so good. They did that now."
Yeah.
Like, okay. But because in my mind, I was like, well, I was just tested a few weeks ago or a month ago. But then they're like, no, that's a good time to test someone. So I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Are you? I remember the first time I had an AIDS test. I hadn't even had sex. I was
What
probably
was,
I was like 16 or 17. I can't remember yeah, and I remember still being scared to get my results back.
yeah.
Were you still scared to get your results back?
No, I mean, well, so
Or you're
you,
like, what if I got a bad piece of meat? What if Anton's on it?
but that's the thing that I've thought about where I'm like, if somebody is doing that stuff, like that would be so terrifying to go and take a test knowing that you did take something and then I don't know, just if it comes back positive and then everybody like that would just be so embarrassing,
Right.
you know?
I guess if I were to take PEDs, I would also have a talk with myself. This is a free PSA to be okay with getting caught. Like to do it and not be okay with getting caught, you're retarded.
Yeah, probably.
You have to have that talk with yourself. It would be like if you were a bank robber. You better be okay with getting caught.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a risk that you're willing to take. So
When you look at your performance at the semifinals, I kept just thinking of Justin Medeiros. I'm like, wow, is Abigail cracked the code on, being a champ? Just steady.
it's the way I saw it was like, this is what I have to do here, here, and here to end up here, basically. Like you go in, you know who you're competing against, and then you're like, okay, we found out the events pretty ahead of time. And so you can kind of just be like, okay, if I do this much here, then that'll be enough to win. In other situations, it wouldn't be enough to win, but it worked out this time.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I'm gonna pull up the leaderboard here. 4th, 6th, 5th, 9th, 9th, 3rd.
Yeah, like those ninths, I wasn't really happy with those, but in this situation, it still worked out.
Had you done the snatch event in practice?
We practiced it, yeah.
And do you know what your time was?
It was pretty similar to what I got, maybe a few seconds slower.
Were all your times pretty similar?
Event one was completely different, just because obviously the stairs and all that. So practice time was definitely faster. Event two, that was my best time that I got. Three was a little bit faster. Four was the same. That one I was just very disappointed in. 5 was like a few seconds faster. 6 was a few seconds faster. So similar, but always a little bit faster. I always, if I'm going to go to compete, I would always expect my times to be at least a little bit faster.
Right, because you need to show up for game day.
Yeah, you're just ready. You're just like, it's time to go. You've got caffeine in your system. Everybody's around you. It's very different than trying to just like go all out at practice.
Do you think that if you looked at any of those workouts, were there any of them that you look back on, you're like, I fucked that one up. I came out too hard, or I came out too slow, or I broke it up wrong?
I really didn't like the way I did on the row handstand one. That just felt slow, and I went out a little hot, and then I was questioning if am I just not trying hard enough? Am I,
You mean during the workout you were having these thoughts?
yeah. And then I was like, all right, well, that was just bad.
You qualified in the number 1 spot, and you got below you is Alex and Ariel and Hattie Canyo and Emily Rolfe and Danny Spiegel and Bethany Flores. These are like staples outside of Hattie Canyo for the CrossFit Games now, right? Last 3 years,
Yeah.
these are the gals. Did you have any
Yeah.
Did you have any idea you would win?
Honestly, it kind of was solidified through the weekend, but I had some confidence after quarterfinals. Just because that went pretty well, and then I was like, "Well, I'm competing against these same people again, and we're gonna have more events, so that's more opportunity to gain points." So I knew that it was possible. I wasn't gonna be upset if I didn't, but as the weekend went on, I was like, "Well, yeah, I think I can win." Especially just seeing kind of the point spread. I was like, "Well, at this point," because Hattie was winning like all weekend or for a while, and I was like, is she gonna win? And am I gonna get second? That would just be crazy. But then I was like,
That would have been crazy.
yeah, because I feel like everybody expected like Alex or maybe Ariel. So, but I feel like their points just weren't close enough to get there. And so I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to just step up and do it. So
Outside of a performance that like Tia would do, Hattie Canyo had a perfect day until the final event.
oh yeah, she was killing it. I was surprised that her final event went like that. I thought she was going to do better. That's why I told myself I'm just going to do whatever I can and let it fall where it does.
3rd, 7th, 4th, 8th, 5th, and then a 23rd.
Yeah.
I wonder if did you feel any surrender in the last event? Like, did you give it your all in the last event? Or were you kind of like
No, I knew because I was in a position where I came off the rings and like Alex, I knew she was just going to go to the dumbbells, pick them up, and just go unbroken and just crush it. And so I was like, I'm just going to let her go. And then I'm going to break once and I'm going to take my time and then I'm going to finish. Because at that point, I mean, yeah, I don't know where the other heats were necessarily. I know there was one girl who finished ahead of me in the 3rd heat or whenever. But yeah, I was like, I'm just going to finish it and it'll be enough. So
you did put the dumbbells down?
yeah, I put them down very specifically.
And where, halfway through or 3/4 through, or?
It was like maybe a little over half. I stepped right over the line, put them down just very intentionally, and then I literally just like looked around and was like, okay, I'm gonna take a few seconds and then I'm just gonna finish.
How about the muscle ups? How did you do those?
15.
You did.
Go. Yeah.
And when you pick before the race starts, do you see the line where you're going to put the dumbbells down and then be like, that's my goal, but I'll reassess as I'm doing it?
Kind of. I knew I was like, I'll break one time. Unless it's like a situation where I'm like neck and neck with somebody, then it's like, okay, try and fight for it more. But I had a feeling it wasn't going to be like that, and it wasn't. So I was like, I'll get through. Where's halfway? Where's one more line? Because it was like 12-foot sections. Do one more and then put them down. So
Could you have gone all the way, you think?
maybe, yeah. I think if somebody was like literally right next to me, I think I could have fought for it and done it. It would have sucked. It would have hurt, but I think it was possible.
It's cool to hear you say that, because when you were working out with Hiller, when he was visiting you afterwards, he said, I'm sorry I didn't push you hard enough. And you're like, no, you pushed me. And then you gave an analysis of where he was.
Yeah.
You're like, I saw you here. I saw this behavior on you here. I started thinking you were going to break out. And I was like, holy shit, she's a shark. Like, even
Yeah.
working out with Andrew, you're like, all right, I'm beat this dude. I'm going to watch him. I'm like, I mean, like, you're already like, it's just in you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's like for me, that's like the beauty of competing is because then you can actually like sense people's energies and like see where people are at. And you only get that whenever you're going against someone. And yeah, it's not something that I think you should do every single day because it can take away from training. But that's like my favorite part of competing live is you can just read people and you can tell when they're going to break down or you're like, oh no, this person's going to hold on, this person's going to speed up. So yeah, it was definitely a workout where Andrew had the big advantage. So I figured I would just kind of follow along with him. And then towards the end, he I think the heat just got to him, and I was like, I'm just going to finish and then we'll be done.
Do you have a training partner?
No. Every once in a while, if somebody wants to jump in, I mean, it doesn't really happen often. That's cool. But right now, my coach is in town, so it's nice to just have someone there who's just like coaching me and pushing me and helping me stay more accountable in that way.
When I look at these, the top 5 girls, Abigail Domit, Alex Gazan, Ariel Lowen, Hattie Canyu, and Emily Rolfe, none of you, just from what I can tell, have female training partners that you're going head to head in. Like, you don't have like you're not none of you are like in training camps. I mean, Ariel has her boy toy.
Yeah.
I forget it, Joel.
Yeah.
But it sounds like he even games the workouts. You know what I mean? Like, if it's a triplet, he'll just do the couplet to
Right.
keep her on pace and stuff. That's interesting, right? None of you guys are in. And Gazan is like by far just the shit at her place, so she's probably all alone.
Yeah.
And Emily Rolfe trains, I think, with her husband. You know, just her coach. And I don't remember Hattie saying she had anyone. That's interesting. And then in 6 is Danny Spiegel, and she trains at Invictus. I'm guessing she's around a lot of top level athletes. You like it like that? Do you like training alone?
In ways, I think it's good for you. I think it's fun to train with other people. Just right now in the situation that I have, it just isn't. It's not the most efficient. I don't. This was something I thought about maybe like years ago about like, oh, what if I was training at a training camp with the people every single day? But then I wouldn't be doing programming that's specific to me, which was something that later on I realized that I need so that I could work on the things that I need to work on, not what everybody else needs to work on in order to continue improving. And so it depends. Like if someone wants to jump in for a workout out of the day, that's great. But I understand, like, for Ariel's situation working out with Joel, like, he's just a person that's there, you know, almost to, like, just work out with her, kind of just keep her company, just because the days can be long. And whenever you're just pushing yourself all day, like, it's more just like mental capacity. But I also think that's very good for you to go through and do. For example, for me, my coach is here with me, and so the training is completely different versus in June, he was just giving me the programming, and it was just a ton of just capacity and work. And it's like, hey, you need to figure out how to do this alone and just get through it. And then by the time he gets here, then it's like a completely different situation.
Were you annoyed that Hiller worked out with you?
No, I wanted somebody to work out with me on that last piece because I was just, before that workout started, I was just like bitching about it. I'm like, I'm so tired. I don't want to do this. I was actually asking Anton to just do the workout with me. And then Hiller was like, oh, I'll do it with you. And so I was like, all right, let's go. Let's do it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, it helped me a lot. And I was very thankful because, yeah.
When I was watching the video last night, I had some friends over, a couple friends over, and they're like, where's her coach? Where's your coach? So your coach isn't with you.
So that was right before he got here. That was in late June. My coach got here July, like the first day of July.
Where's he live?
So I believe he's staying in his travel trailer.
But where's he normally live?
In Santa Fe.
Oh, New Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you ever live there?
No.
And how did you find him?
So I was introduced by a friend. They were doing a training camp at this town nearby here. And this person was basically just trying to tell me like, hey, like, when are you going to get a coach? Maybe this is something you should do. Here's this guy. He works with these people. They're actually doing a training camp. It's like 30 minutes away. I can get you guys in contact and maybe you can go. And so I was just like, sure. Yeah. Like, I'll try it out. Why not? And so I went, did the weekend camp, had a great time, great experience, met Matt and was like, yeah, sure. Like, why not? Let's work together. So we've been doing that ever since.
Your goals were pretty unrealistic, I think, because I think a lot of people have said what you after watching the Hiller video. You're like, hey, I want to go to the CrossFit Games, but he seemed to believe in you right off the bat. Why do you think that is?
Who are you referring to?
Your coach, Matt.
Yes.
Every time you talk about him, it was like, yeah, he believed in me. He said, okay, let's do it. And I'm just like, wait, what? He's like, because a lot of people, I think a lot of affiliate owners will get someone who walks in and be like, hey, I want to go to the games, and the affiliate owner inside their head like rolls their eyes.
Yeah, for sure.
But you didn't get that feeling from him. All the stories you tell about him, you're like, hey, I want to do this. He's like, great, let's get on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
So, I mean, well, he's a coach. He's able to, see talent in people. Not everybody can see that. I feel like, and like Anton's kind of the same way. Like he was the one who first pushed me to kind of shoot higher when I started doing this CrossFit thing. Like even whenever the first time I competed at individual semis, he was like, I was like, okay, next year I want to qualify. I want to make it. And he was like, yeah, make it next year. And then what, like what's after that? Like after you make it, like, that's not it, right? You don't want to just make it. And in my mind, I was like, oh, I don't know. I haven't even thought about that. And he was like, are you kidding me? Like you should have more goals than just that. Of course you're going to make it next year. Like there should be more there. And so, and it was kind of the same way, like when I met Matt, like he was like, yeah, like you can do this. Like, let's do it. Let's start working together. And, there's nothing really holding you back here. So, but I feel like, yeah, because there are a lot of people who were the opposite.
I mean, it's crazy that you have two people around you like that who believe in you like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. It's pretty wild. There's so many believers out there, people who aren't supportive. Have you ever, I don't take you as the kind of person who has the personality who's ever been pushed into anything. So when I heard the story that he just signed you up and had you do the CrossFit class, is that out of character for you? You seem very, you got a little Cara Saunders in you. You seem very strong-willed. It's your way or the highway. And Anton kind of describes you like that. And yet there's this huge piece of your life that's taken just a sharp right turn to CrossFit that he just like shoved you in the back in.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's also kind of why he signed me up, because that was the only way I would have done it. But I also have this like huge like fear of waste where I'm like, oh, I have this thing. I need to go and do it while I have it. But I also, it was just kind of perfect timing because I was in a situation where I needed a big change in my life. I needed to really pivot and focus my energy elsewhere. So, and for me, I need to always have like a huge goal that I'm working towards. I need to have some sort of purpose. Otherwise I'm just not, I'll just be like a menace to society. I won't be any good. So yeah. And he knows this about me. So he's like, I signed you up. He's like, I know, yeah, you're going to really like this. So, and then I was like, hell no, I'll go. But after that, I'm done and I'll figure something else out. But that didn't happen.
Yeah, the only weird part of the entire piece that Hiller did on you is the ice. The ice is very weird. But I mean, you have to be weird. You're not going to be a champion if you're not weird. But it's some weird shit.
No, the ice. So don't get me wrong. Our fridge, it makes ice, but
yeah, you have a beautiful house, and I'm sure your fridge does great ice.
It does great ice, but
lots of ice.
If we're filling up a cooler every single day, it's not going to keep up. So we got to save some of that ice. Like I can't just like empty the ice bin every single day and expect it to just reproduce the exact same amount. So I got
you got to go to Amazon and get one of those. You can order. It's really cheap. You know those blue things? They're wrapped in plastic and you freeze them.
The cubes.
It'll just be like a big thin piece of plastic, and it has a blue liquid in it, and you put it in your fridge and it freezes, and then you just every morning when you wake up, you take it out of the freezer, you put it at the bottom of your cooler, and then when you come home, you take it out of the bottom of the cooler and put it back in the freezer. It's like a block of ice that's like contained in a hard piece of plastic.
Oh, it's but it's not like ice that if you wanted to eat some.
No, do you eat that? You eat the ice too?
Well, if I need, or if I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have some, or let me put some on me, or let me put some in my.
Okay. All right. Yep.
I
All
do
right.
have real ice.
All right. All
Because
right.
I've used like ice packs before, but I mean, it's not the same.
Oh yeah, ice packs. That's what they're called. My favorite part of the story that's just absolutely fucking insane, but just reaffirms what I think of fucking hospitals and medical professionals is you took a pill and it got stuck in your throat.
So, like my whole life, I don't take pills. Now I can, like I can take my fish oil, vitamin D, stuff like that. Now because I've gotten it stretched out and I've gotten a routine to keep it that way. But yeah, no,
What do you mean you got it stretched out? Like surgically you had it shaved or?
yeah, they went in and they just stretched it out.
Is there something in there that stays in there like a stint?
No. They wanted to remove like all the scar tissue, or that's what I wanted them to do, but you can't do that. Basically, the stretching out will just break it and it'll keep it like that for a while. Some people have to go every year and continue to get that.
Why is there scar tissue down in your esophagus?
I don't know. It just developed over the years. And so I was just used to eating extremely slow and I would choke like every day and I never took pills. And yeah, I thought that was just the way I was going to live.
So you have a tiny esophagus.
Yeah, the top picture was what it looked like.
Yeah.
And there's like a teeny little slit. And that's like what I was like eating and drinking out of. And then they stretched it out. So the bottom one was after when they opened.
So do you know this technique where you put pills in your mouth and then you take a little sip of water and rinse and go like this and all the pills get wet and then swallow it? Do you know that technique?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. I mean, because that's what once I didn't know that until like I was in my 30s. Someone's like, "Hey, dude, you got to get the pills wet before you swallow them."
Like more than one at a time, or like one at a time?
Any, but especially the ones that are like the big horse pills that aren't wrapped in plastic, like those. So you took a pill. You took a pill and it got stuck.
They told me about this supplement that they're like, oh, this is amazing. It's better than beta alanine times 10, all this stuff that like, everybody takes it, whatever. And so I had messaged the person who's the owner of the company and I was like, hey, can I break this up and drink it like in water or something? They're like, no, it only works if you swallow it. And I was like, you know what? I've had times where I have taken a pill and like it'll be stuck for a few hours, but eventually I can like figure out a way to get it down. So I thought that would be the case with this. But because of what it's made of, it's not like one of those slippery, slidey pill. It's like calcium carbonate is like the main ingredient, which is like chalk. And so it was never ever going to disintegrate or whatever until it hit the stomach acid. But it was never going to get down there because it was never going to come apart.
Was it stuck like this? Was it wedged in there like this? Like a stick on two sides of a wall, or was it just stuck to the side like super glue?
It was just there. It was just there because there's so much inflammation. There's so many ligatures. It wasn't going to go through and it's not going to slide easily. And I knew after a certain amount of hours, I was like, okay, we're just going to have to go and have somebody take this out.
And when the guy did take it out, did they put you under or you do it while you're awake?
No, they put you under. Yeah. They'll go in with a scope, but he couldn't even really get the scope in. And he was just like, oh my gosh, like you need to do something about this. I've only seen this in like old men who've gone through like radiation and stuff like that.
That's crazy. Anyone else in your family have that?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. It's bizarre, but.
And then so for 2 days, that happened 2 days before the games last year.
Before we left.
Okay.
We got there, what was it, like Sunday, and this was happening like Friday. But yeah, and they wouldn't, it was just frustrating because they wouldn't help me and I needed to stay calm because if I got more like anxiety about it, then it was just going to make it worse and it can just, but they told me that there's nothing in there and I was having an anxiety attack and that's what was happening. And I was like, no, I've dealt with this for the last like 14 years of my life.
That reminds me of a time when I told my mom my ankle was bothering me, and she took me to the doctor, and the doctor's like, "Can you leave the room?" And then my mom came out pissed, and I'm like, "What happened?" She's like, "They told me that it's just like you're making it up or some shit."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What the fuck? I'm making it up."
And there was something wrong, right?
They never found anything, but my ankle hurt for like 6 months.
Yeah.
And they ended up giving me just Vicodin. So in the 7th grade, I had Vicodin. It was the
Nice.
only time in all of school that I ever felt cool. I would
Wow.
take Vicodin, yeah.
Were you selling it?
No, but I felt so cool when I took it. I felt so in the 7th grade. Caller, hi.
What's up, dude?
What's up?
I was just thinking this reminds me exactly of this condition that I have with my butt.
Oh, please share.
It's just like it's too small.
Uh-huh.
So that when you poop,
Mm-hmm.
it like, instead of all of it coming out and like a clean, like a neat turd,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of like
comes out like spaghetti.
like
you have one of those Play-Doh filters on your anus when you poop. It just like puts it out like spaghetti. You know, like those Play-Doh filters.
It's like a noodle maker.
Taylor, are you being serious? Do you have a really tight butthole?
That's a thing.
Sorry, dude.
That is a thing?
It would tear and your butthole would get anal fissures and it would bleed.
Taylor, would you rather have a tight butthole or a tight esophagus? It's a butthole that's too tight or an esophagus that's too tight?
Dude, it's definitely worse if you have a butthole because I had to get a hemorrhoid removed. I've told this story. Anyways, I'll leave you alone. I just was thinking about my butthole. All right.
Taylor, what place is Abigail going to finish in the top 10 at the games? Don't get scared just because she's here. Don't be a pussy.
Well, she won her semifinal, so it would be a safe bet to say there are 5 semifinals. I would say it would be a safe bet the top 10 is definitely in the cards.
You think she's going to be Danielle Brandon?
Yeah, Danielle's a fucking head case.
All right. Thank you.
See you guys.
Hot take from Taylor Self. Isn't that nice? People are empathizing with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're really touching people. He felt impelled. Impelled? Is that a word?
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for? You read books. Impelled?
Not obligated.
No, impelled. Drive, force, urge. Yeah, he felt impelled. He was empathizing with your tight throat, and he felt compelled. Thank you. Jesus Christ, I suck. Fucking
but that is a real podcast. Thing. With his if he's experiencing that with his butthole, it would just tear, and you would get a little.
Do you have super tight butthole too? Sorry, I have to ask now that you said it.
It's just if you're not eating enough fiber.
Oh, okay. But it's not like all your tubes are small. No, okay. It's not like your esophagus and your colon are both just way too small.
Yeah,
okay.
They're all just connected. No. Okay. It's just a thing that's like right here or right here. That's
crazy. Oh, when did you know that you had that? Like just as a little kid, you're like, oh.
No, I think the first time I like choked on food was I was in like 8th grade. And then it didn't happen for a little while. And then when I was in high school, like every time I went to lunch, it was like a thing where if I just ate too fast or it would just pile on top of each other and I didn't allow it all to go down, then I would take a sip of water and just
come back out.
Yeah.
Hey, does it hurt sometimes when you eat like sometimes this hasn't happened to me in a long time, but I remember being a kid and I would eat bread and I felt like it hurt when it went down. Like it was like stretching shit out in there. Like and it would like hurt as it went down. Does it sometimes hurt when you swallow?
No, only if I'm having like heartburn or reflux.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I only get that if I drink too much alcohol.
Yeah, like for me,
alcohol with chips will fuck me up.
Yeah, like fried food with like cheap wine or like just alcohol, that definitely will. Yeah. Lots of reflux.
All right, I'm really excited for you. You're awesome. The video Andrew did with you is awesome. It's going to be so great to see you at the games. You're surrounded by great people. Tell Anton I said hi. I wish I would have talked to him more at the games, but I could see he was with you at the West Coast Classic. He's a charming man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you're stoked.
I'm stoked. You're going to the games?
I am going to the games. I'm 99.9% sure.
Okay.
I'm as sure as you are, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, who knows? Maybe my throat will close before I leave or something.
Or the colon or
Yeah, my colon will close. You're very thoughtful. All right, dear. Abigail Domit. Talk to you soon, girl.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Thorough interview. Even a surprise call from Taylor Self, the superstar of Kill Taylor, $2,500. This did I not send Jayson an invite? Oh no, it says he's coming. Okay, great. Oh, there he is. That was perfect. Man, 45 minutes goes by fast. Yo, what's up, dude?
What's up?
Should you be training?
I'm gonna train after this. It's an active recovery day.
Oh, I really appreciate you doing this. It sucks that the pot. Oh, you are.
Yeah.
You really put it to Dallin and Taylor and Colton at the quarterfinals. You put it to, I mean, you destroyed them.
Dude, that was so long ago, man.
You're not riding that high still?
No, man.
$5,000, easy day, just a couple of days work, beating up on your buddies.
Hey, it was nice, but then semis happened, so they got the Dallin got the best. You're only as good as your last event, and so Dallin's up.
Hey, that is true. And that's what the fans, I guess, think kind of too. Let me see. You were at the East Coast.
Yeah.
Men's semifinals, East Coast, 4th place. Jeffrey Adler, Dallin Pepper, Roman Krennikov, Jayson Hopper. Dude, you're in a good crew.
Yeah, it was a good time.
You got a 1st place in the 4th event.
I know.
Was that the row handstand walk?
Yeah.
God, you're a beast. Hey,
I really wanted that Echo Bike legless workout though.
And what number was that?
That was event 3. That was when Roman and Dallin went head to head, and there was a lot of no reps given for Dallin, and then Roman caught up, and then he wasn't given the no rep.
Oh. I like how you remember that. So Roman got 1st, Dallin 2nd, Jeffrey 3rd, and you 4th. Oh shit, and Sam 5th. God, the top 5 guys got the top 5 spots in that.
Yeah, that was a good one. I put myself in a position to win, and I got no rep on the last rope climb.
What are you weighing, Jayson?
Like 225.
And are you going to show up at 225?
Dude, I don't know how I can lose weight.
Yeah, you're pretty thin.
I mean, I was 230 last year, but I was doing a lot more lifting. I was just big. A lot of bodybuilding this year, not as much as that. So 225, but I don't think I can get any lower.
It's crazy because if someone sees you from afar, you don't look like a big guy, but then when you get next to you, you're fucking huge. I mean, you look like kind of like just like a swimmer. You look like a lean dude who just does a lot of pull-ups, and then you get next to you, or like when you put your arm on me at the games, I felt like it was gonna crush me.
Yeah, you don't look small far away either.
And how tall are you?
6'1", maybe.
Our first words ever exchanged with me, that we ever exchanged.
Dude, I don't recall that. I don't recall that.
Okay, all right.
But tell everybody what I said.
I think that
I said.
I think you walked up around me and walked up to me and put your arm around me. And what sucked is I think I was like in between you and Dallin and one other giant guy. And you put your arm around me and you're like, wow, you're a little bitch in real life. Something along those lines. I know somewhere I took the hit of being called a bitch.
Dude, I don't think I would ever say that to you.
Okay, fine. We'll strike it from the record. The games. I think there's gonna be a lot of eyes on you at the games. People are confused. They can't figure you out. Everyone knows that you're so fucking good at this CrossFit stuff, and then last year you took a 31st. You missed the cut at the games. Is any of that still in your head? Do you think about that? Is there any motivation there? Is there any haunting there?
No, I mean, there's a chip on my shoulder for sure, but it's a good, healthy chip. I'm not haunted by what happened last year. I know the reasons why last year happened the way it did, and I've avoided all those reasons, and so, I mean, I feel good. I mean, last year I was just overtrained. That was as simple as that. And then this year, our plan has been kind of a little bit different than what our plan last year was. And so, I mean, I plan to go to the games feeling good.
And what does that mean, overtrained? What is that? What are some of the implications, or what does that look like?
Just too much volume and not enough intensity. I just couldn't keep up the intensity. And so got to the games and I was just super flat.
So, for us mortals, does that mean you're tired?
Yeah. I mean, if you go watch some of the events last year, I mean, I came in last on that last workout before I got cut, Helen. And, I mean, it was a run workout, and I mean, I was dead, dude. And I was like, it was
on day one, even
day two. That
day
was the
two.
fixed event. And even day one, I mean, we did the pig flip workout, and I mean, I was supposed to finish like top 5, and then I got to the pig with like the top 3 people, and the pig, I mean, I couldn't finish it. I finished it. I came in 11th in that workout. But I just couldn't keep up the intensity and the heat. I mean, it was very hot out there, but, yeah, it just felt flat overall. And so this year we're, intensity is more of a priority.
A few days ago, or I don't know, a week ago, Brooke Wells came into town. Is she a normal training partner for you? Did she come to train with you? Did you ask her? How does that happen that she comes to town to train with you? Does she live near you?
We wanted to connect a little bit, and we've been in the talks. We trained before in 2021. She was at Proven. I went up at Proven before my rookie games. Trained a little bit there, and then we've just been friends ever since then. And then she joined H2OPO. She's always been wanting to come down to Greenville, and so I invited her up for a games training, and so she came. It was a good time.
Is when you bring someone, you have 2 high caliber athletes like yourselves. When you bring someone like that, is their intention? Is it so planned out? It's like, hey, we both need to work on our blah blah blah, or is there a reason, her specifically? Like, are you like, she's strong in this, I'm strong in this, or I'm weak in this, she's weak in this, or I'm weak in this, she's strong in this, and that we need to do these and we can glean these skills from each other?
We're very similar in a lot of ways, and then there's a lot of things that she's really, really great at that I'm not so great at, that I selfishly wanted to kind of just see where I was at with that. And so, I mean, we did there was like one workout we did that she would easily be like top 5 at the games. That would not necessarily be the case for me. And so, and at the same time, like we don't know where we're really at versus the field. And so I wanted to do that workout with her just as like see where I was at currently with some things. And so just stuff like that. But then at the same time, we're very, very similar in some aspects. And so just having the extra push, racing, we wouldn't be able to go as fast as what we did by ourselves necessarily. And so it's just a healthy, it's just priming the engine for a little bit while she's here.
So, and how long did she stay there for?
3 days. I think she's come back.
So that's a good sign. So both of you felt like you got growth from that. You enjoyed it.
Yeah. We both got it.
In those 3 days, do you guys do this? This is at CrossFit Crash?
Yeah.
And does anyone have eyes on you? Or do you just say, hey, I start my training day at 8 a.m., meet me here, and you guys are off to the races?
No, JR was there, watching every bit of it.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
And does he know her? Does he talk to her the same way he talks to you? Does he talk?
He does not talk. He talked to her more than he talked to me. She's actually very coachable, and so they didn't know each other at all. I don't even think they've ever talked before. And then once she came here, I think there was one workout we did on day one, and I think he gave her a tip, and then they kind of just hit it off. She received it well, and then like I said, she's very coachable, and so she takes the advice really well, and she enjoyed Crash. JR hosted her and us very well, and so I would say they're not the best they're not close, but I feel like they're way closer than they were before.
When someone comes in,
we're in a group chat, and so we talk regularly now. So
oh shit, okay, friends, that's tight. When you did you guys do all the same workouts those 3 days?
Yeah.
Wow, shit. So it's kind of like a little mini competition.
Yeah, it wasn't very long. I mean, we only did like 2 workouts a day. The last day we did 3. So we kept things. I mean, we didn't like do like a whole games, simulation. We just did a few workouts. Like 7 total, 7 or 8 total.
Are you sick?
No.
What did you think about the volume at semifinals?
I feel like it was just a typical semifinal volume, 6 events.
Did you have any? I'm tying this to the fact that you said that you were overtrained last year. Did any part of you get concerned at semifinals, like, ooh, I haven't been training enough, this was really hard? Or was it the other way, like, ooh, I feel good, I feel fresh?
No, I felt really fresh at semifinals. And plus, semifinals is not anywhere close to the games. And so it's kind of hard to really know. I mean, 6 events, all indoor. So, heat's not a factor, except when we ran outside, but that was minimal. Yeah, I wasn't really concerned about the volume. I felt good.
I can't remember who I interviewed, if it was Yella or who I interviewed, but they were basically like saying, like, you can't really imagine how hard the games are. It's like, especially like the last 2 days. It's basically like just a fight. Like, it's fucking hard. So that, I'm guessing that experience does not happen at semifinals. You don't wake up on the 3rd day and be like, I don't want to go out there.
No, I mean, at semifinals, you wake up on the 3rd day and you're kind of just like, I'm kind of excited for this to be over with.
Right.
But I think that's with any competition. I mean, it's less about the actual workouts and more about the stress and the nerves over and over and over, and the emotional roller coaster. And I mean, just think about, like, every time you're in the corral, you have this like just spike of adrenaline and nervousness and emotion, and all these emotions and thoughts, and you're just doing that over and over and over. And I think that is the thing that takes the toll on you the most. It's not
14 starting lines.
Yeah, I mean,
in 4 days.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of stress. It's a lot of like just time thinking by yourself, sitting around. I mean, if you have a bad event, let's say you bomb an event and now you got to wait, 2 hours before your next chance. And all you're thinking about is, it's hard to get past what just happened. And, it's a lot. Like, how do you come down from a high? How do you come down from a high if you just, you won an event, you got to get ready for this next one. There's a lot of emotions into it. And I think that makes you the most just wore out.
I mean, you hide it so well. You seem so fucking relaxed back there.
You talking about me specifically?
Yeah, you specifically. Like, you're the most like Josh Bridges of any of the athletes back there. You're just hanging out, cracking jokes, you're smiling, your body was loose. You know what I mean?
This past semifinals?
No, even the games, you were loose. I couldn't, I mean, maybe I suck at being perceptive, but yeah, you were loose. You were cool. Even
I would say compared to some other athletes, I would say I'm pretty loose. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's interesting. You hide it. I don't see that, but I guess if it's all happening inside, but I never see your face crinkle up. You never turn into a dick. You're always approachable. I mean, some people really fucking it shows on them. You're like, whoa, that person's fucking frazzled.
I'm super quiet when I'm back there.
Do you think you would do better if you expressed it? Like if you fucking came in, like after, like if you did bad an event, you came in the back and threw a dumbbell. Oh, I got that out of my system.
No, I don't like takeout. I'm not very like aggressive like that when things go bad. I kind of just like want to be, I wouldn't say alone, but I'm super quiet. Don't want to talk type of, that's how I deal with those situations.
The Colton Mertens phenomenon. The Colton Mertens way of handling things.
Me and Colton are very similar when we're at competitions. I just don't like talking in general. I mean, I could do really well before an event. I mean, I barely talk to Jake. Jake's back there, and I'm like, he just tells me what to do, and we exchange very little words.
Have you ever had an outburst at the gym, Jayson? You ever flipped over a sled, threw a dumbbell? You ever had any outbursts?
Yeah, I've thrown some things.
Can you remember the last time? Can you tell us a story? You hit a 4-year-old child. I heard you hit a 4-year-old child throwing a 100-pound dumbbell.
I think the last time was probably maybe a year ago or so. I chunked maybe a jump rope or so in Vermont. Kept missing. Chunked it. That was probably I'm not gonna throw it at dumbbells. I have respect for the equipment.
In the middle of the workout, you threw it?
Yeah, I remember last year we were doing a workout, and I was trying to mess around with this new rope, and it was too short, and I just kept tripping. We were doing like sets of 100, and it was me, Kat, and maybe somebody else, and I think it was paired with like a row, and I kept having like a head start in this interval, so I would get a few dubs ahead and just be like, hey, let's just get through these 100 dubs unbroken, because that's a pretty easy thing. And I kept tripping, and so Kat's pretty competitive, and I hate losing to her, and so I think it was like a couple sets in, and I was like, I'm so fed up with this, quit the workout, threw it, and yeah.
Wow, I love that. Hey, do you have a favorite training partner?
No, not necessarily.
No, there's no one?
No. I mean, I don't have a training partner now.
And when someone like Brooke comes into town, is that cool? Is that like, like when you're a little kid and you walk into the classroom and there's a substitute teacher and you're like, oh, today's going to be a good day. Like you're kind of excited, even if you like your teacher, it's like something new. Is it cool? Like, does she come in there and it's like, okay, this is cool. I got like a new friend here. I got something new to like inspire me or bring you up.
I feel like we get along really well, and we know we're similar in the fact that like we can like joke around when the time is right, and then when it's like time to lock in, it's like we can get serious. And yeah, we just know when to like kind of turn it on, and so it's always easy to train with her.
She doesn't annoy you at all?
No, she does annoy me.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
In what way? What does she do? Just by talking to you in the middle of the workout, or what does she do?
No, not necessarily anything about that. Just more so, I mean, I might be like wanting to leave the gym, and she's, not wanting to leave.
Oh, like you're like she wants to do more shit, and you're like, you just leave.
Not necessarily more. Maybe like we get done with a whole day of training, and it's like time to go, and she's slow.
And you guys are carpooling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Get your shit, girl. Let's go. Hey, last week we did a Kill Taylor workout that seemingly you could have easily beaten Taylor, the star of the show, Taylor Self.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't you just come get that $2,000?
So for some reason, I always forget that it's actually happening.
Oh shit. Okay.
So,
I can see that. That's realistic.
Yeah, I just always forget. And so last week, first of all, I was on a deload. So I couldn't necessarily do it last week. But typically every time I keep forgetting about it throughout the week, and then I'll get to like on the way to the gym, and I'll like go click on YouTube to like listen to something on the way to the gym, and it's like Kill Taylor's on, and it's just like, well, dang, kind of late for that. So
Yeah, you're stronger than him, so the sandbag would have been easier. You have bigger steps and stronger knees than him, so you'd have done better in the lunge.
How much was the weight?
It was I think it was a hungy.
Oh, dude, that's easy.
Yeah, and he had a sandbag that rolled like 10 feet per throw.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
Oh,
he definitely gamed it.
yeah.
$2,500 this Saturday.
I mean, yeah. You gonna send me a reminder?
Probably not.
2,500.
Caller high.
Y'all are so full of shit.
Is that
What?
Taylor?
I don't know. Let's see. Hello?
Yeah, that's Taylor, bro. You're not beating shit.
You don't think I beat you in that?
Dude, there's no chance. Go do it.
I would easily beat you in that, bro.
Dude, I would bend you over and spread that.
Hold
You've
on
never-
1 second. Hold on
Taylor,
1 second, Taylor. Go ahead, Jayson. I have to reconnect him.
Taylor, you've never beat me in a sandbag workout in your life.
Taylor, did you hear that? He says you've never beat him in a sandbag workout in your life. Hello? I had to reconnect him. Maybe he got scared and hung up. Hello? Yeah, he hung up. Well, it's $2,500 this week. It doesn't. The money it deserves to go to. It couldn't go to a better man. 8 a.m.
I mean, that $2,500. That's nice. I
Yeah.
just bought a house. I just bought a house yesterday.
Oh shit! Congratulations! Oh man, you lived in such a nice place already.
Yeah.
Are you close to the gym?
No, the gym is it's in Spartanburg, South Carolina. I live in Greenville, so it's about 30-minute drive.
Oh, that sucks. Why'd you do that to yourself?
Because nobody wants to live in Spartanburg.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what do you do during the 30-minute drive?
Typically listen to some podcast.
And what do you drive?
I drive an F-150 Lariat.
Is it nice? Like, do you look forward to getting in your car? Like, are you like, okay, yeah, I love my truck.
I love my truck. I just bought it a couple years ago. Yeah, it's all black. I love it.
Why'd you buy a house? Interest rates are so high right now.
I bought a house.
Is it a fixer-upper?
No, I mean, if I were to buy a house with interest rates low, then I would be probably paying for the house. The price would just be higher because there would be more demand.
All right.
So
Good.
If I buy the house with the higher interest rate, I'll just wait for interest rates to go down.
Or for the price of the house to go down. High interest rates, a cheap house. Low interest rates.
Not necessarily. I'll wait for the interest rate to go down so I can refinance. But if I waited for the interest rates to come down before I bought a house, then there would be a high demand, and then the price would just be higher.
Okay, so you get this house, and how long did it take? How many houses did you look at?
I have had my eye out on just some over the years. When we moved back to Greenville, we got a rental. It was our 8th rental. We've been married for 4 years. Our 8th rental.
God, dude, that stresses me out, dude. I hate moving.
Yeah, dude. We actually we tried to buy a house in 2020 when COVID happened, and I got locked in with the interest rate of 2.6.
Oh,
we were under contract on a house, and then it had radon underneath it.
what's that? What's radon?
You don't know what radon is?
No.
It's like the second leading cause of like lung cancer or something.
Radon is a radioactive, odorless, invisible gas that can build up in homes and buildings and is a major cause of lung cancer. It's produced by natural decay of uranium and thorium, which are found in rock, soils, and water. Radon can enter homes through soil, crawl spaces, foundation cracks, floors, and walls.
Dude, look at these comments saying my logic behind the house is crazy. Dude, how is that crazy? If there is more demand for a house, you can spike the house price up. So you would be paying. You're gonna pay over the value anyways.
No, your logic makes completely sense to me. If they raise interest rates, then housing prices might go down, and if you lower interest rates, housing prices might go up. Because
there ain't no might. If I had a house that was $450 and 10 people wanted to buy it, I can spike that thing up to who knows how much.
Right. Well, and also like, the mortgage on a $1 million house might be the same as the mortgage on a $500,000 house, depending on the interest rate.
Yeah, but I mean, if you buy a house with a high interest rate, I mean, you're assuming that. I mean, you're hoping that one day it would go down so you can refinance.
The only way to know if your home has radon is to test it. Radon testing is inexpensive and easy. You can use the do-it-yourself kit, digital detector. I'm going to get a radon test.
Yeah,
Does that happen in California, or is that an East Coast thing?
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure it's everywhere. I could be completely wrong. But
portable radon detector,
maybe
$145.
Yeah.
Wow. Does it? I want to look this up real quick. Radon in California. Are there places where it's more? Do homes in California have radon? Radon has been found in every county of the state. Jesus criminy.
Go get that. Go get that test, dude.
Wow. EPA recommends radon testing even in areas. Fuck the EPA. What types of homes have the most radon? Any home, school, or building can have high levels of radon, including new and old homes, well-sealed and drafty homes, and homes with or without basement. With prolonged exposure, radon may pose health. Wow. So what do they do? Is that house just shit? No one's ever going to buy that home?
No, I mean, you can live in a house with radon.
Did that house have a basement?
No.
Because these people are saying it's a basement issue. The same people who say you don't know math.
I mean, I don't know. I just know it had high levels of radon.
Can't you get a vaccine for the radon?
I don't know. Maybe. But anyways, we almost got that house, and then
how high were they? Do you know? Was it scary? Is there an acceptable limit of radon? Jesus Christ, you have me freaked out.
There is a rate, or there is a number that is like dangerous. I don't know exactly. I don't remember what it was, but it was like very dangerous for me to live there.
Should I get like a $200 one, or should I get like a $15 home kit?
I mean, you get what you pay for. So honestly, they make fans to put underneath the house if you have radon to like blow it out or do something with it.
Oh yeah, I don't even have a crawl space. I'm on a slab.
I think what could it not possibly come up through that as well?
I mean, you got me scared. I'm gonna go highest rated customer reviews. Let me see. Okay, here's one for $99. Life basis radon detection system. Jeez. Okay, I'll do some research. Okay, sorry. So you're gonna buy a house, but it caused cancer.
Yeah, we were under contract, and then caused cancer, and so then we kept renting for a few years. And
that place was nice because I remember doing podcasts with you, and you'd be sitting in that place, and that place was dope. High ceilings.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was the loft we were at, and we what happened after that? And then that's when the market went crazy. After that, prices went up, and then we just couldn't afford a house. And then we just kept renting, and now 4 years later, we can afford a home. So.
What app do you use? Are you a Trulia or Zillow guy?
Zillow.
And so did you get notifications? Like, do you get emails, notifications on your phone?
I mean, I check Zillow like every 10 minutes of the day, so I don't really need notifications.
Oh, so you're a junkie. I like that too. When I get obsessed with houses, I turn into a junkie too. You just love looking at them, right?
Yeah.
You're like, why is
So,
this so expensive? Why is this so cheap?
yeah.
Did you put any bids on homes you didn't get
Like this year or like in the whole
this year?
process?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
year.
we did. We put an offer on maybe 2. And we didn't get it. We were in like 3 weeks before this next one, we put an offer down on a house, and we didn't get accepted. We were pretty bummed about it because we were really stoked about it. It was a good deal, right where we wanted to be, and we didn't get it. And then at that point, we had put offers down on houses in 2020 so many times. Like we were just trying to get in the house with a 2.6 interest rate, and we just couldn't get it. And so then we got that one, the Radon one, and then it didn't go through. So then we were just bummed, and I was just like, I'm never going to be in a house. And then you hear everybody say, like, when it happens, it'll be the perfect one, or it's not. If it doesn't happen, it's not meant to be. So I was hearing all that, and I was just kind of frustrated with the whole process.
Yeah, like fuck you.
Yeah, and then 3 years later, we didn't put any offers on any houses for like the 3 years in between. And then we were like, all right, let's start trying again when we got back from Vermont. And then we didn't get accepted like 2 times back to back. Then it was kind of good. My thoughts went back to how they were in 2020. Like, this is actually never going to happen.
Yeah.
And then, then on this next one, I was like, I'm never not getting accepted again. I put 100K over.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
We were gonna get beat up in the comments.
Comments, chill. I'm kidding. Jeez. Can you hear the dogs? I did not do that, so don't think I did that. But yeah, we got accepted.
And were people right? It was meant to happen this time?
It was meant to happen. This is a good one.
Who does all the adult stuff?
That'll be my wife.
She does that. So same with me with my wife. So she like talks to the loan agents and the realtor and like, that big stack of papers they give you to sign. Does she do all that?
Yeah. She reads every single word on those 2.
And like, all this shit that's going on, like you got to get something notarized or something has to be official or like, there's just all this fucking shit that has to happen.
Yeah.
She does all that.
Yeah.
God, that's so awesome. My wife too. That should. Yeah, that's cool.
It'll be so funny. We would go to like meetings with like people to like get the stuff like done, and they all look at me for the answers, and I'm just like, look at her. It's so embarrassing. It's like I'm supposed to be the one that's.
I never did any of that stuff. I don't even know where any of that stuff is. When my wife and I first bought our first house,
the only thing I take care of is our retirement.
Well, what is it like? You're in charge of like whatever the Vanguard or BlackRock or whatever account, make sure the 401k is full and all that.
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
Do you ever go in there and look at that stuff regularly? I never even look at. I'm not in charge of that either, but I never even look at it.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
Yeah. Okay.
But I do. Yeah, I
do. Are you ever tempted to pull it out and buy something, like buy another house or something?
No, man.
No, you're safe. You're conservative, fiscally conservative.
Yeah, man. The Warren Buffett way is the way to go.
Do you know what you have it invested in? Do you have it like in long-term mutual funds or aggressive mutual funds, or like, do you know what it's in?
I got some money in different places. I ain't trying to tell everybody my secrets.
You got any NVIDIA?
No, dude, I was a little late for that.
God, those people got so fucking rich. Can you believe what happened over there in the last 2 years? It might still keep happening with AI.
I mean, maybe there's some. How cool would it be to just like land one of those companies before like anybody knew about it?
What's crazy?
You're set for life if you do that, bro.
Hey, but you know what's crazy? Like we all knew at the beginning of the pandemic that the Pfizer stock was going to go up 12 billion%, and I still didn't invest in it, but I knew. It's like,
you said you knew what?
I knew the Pfizer stock was going to skyrocket before, right as the pandemic started. Like, you just knew, oh shit. But I still didn't do anything about it. I was just in the backyard, you know what I mean, watering plants.
Yeah.
Doing podcasts. So
do you think if the market crashed, you would be like, want to take your money out?
No. I don't even care. I'm like you said, I never look. I never even.
You won't even know. You just
I
kind of
don't-
like since you are like you know like what's going on. You would like have an idea of what's happening, but you wouldn't ever like know for sure.
Yeah. Like I'm like this is honestly, don't tell anyone this, but this is what I think. I think I probably have like $1 million like in the bank. That's what I just always tell myself.
Like in cash or like in your retirement.
Yeah, just in my retirement, but that's the same as cash. I just like I think in my mind like between all the accounts my wife has that we probably have over $1 million. I just think that. And
Oh.
so maybe we have 5 million, maybe we have 500,000. I don't know, but I just think that, and then I sleep good every night. And so for me, and then my goal is like just to die and it all be in there.
So do you like give your money to like a manager or something?
No, just my wife.
Oh, so
I
she's
don't
willing
even-
and dealing.
I mean, to be honest with you, like I just know that when we both lost our jobs, it was like a year after we had lost our jobs, and she goes, "Hey, we're taking money out of our savings to pay the mortgage." I'm like, "Oh, we have a savings?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome." I'm just completely like I'm just in the yard eating plums. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
Dude, hey, ignorance is bliss. It really is.
Yeah, just put my head down and work.
Yeah, ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, look at Cave Dastro thinks he has $1 billion. Yeah.
Me and Cave got beef, man.
So let's go back to this. It's $2,500 this week. You think you could set an alarm and just come get it? I mean, Yella peeled off, I want to say like $1,500.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to. I think.
Is it not worth your time? Is it like, yeah, it's 2,500 is good, but I mean, would that pay your mortgage, half your mortgage 1 month?
Half my mortgage? You think my mortgage is $5,000?
I was guessing it was 6.
Yeah, I'd be house broke.
So that could pay your mortgage 1 month.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice. I mean, I wouldn't say I don't want to do it. I mean,
or a free training session programmed by Sentinel Training. I could skyrocket your chances at the game.
Dude, Taylor's not writing those workouts. JR is, man.
Oh, is that the truth?
Yes, dude.
I always suspected that. So when he says that him and Bryson are programming, they're really just
Dude, no, he's not,
they're
dude.
docking.
He's not.
They're spooning.
Dude. So JR would be like the only person that wouldn't want me to do it. He would like guilt trip me into like not doing it. I would be like, let's do this. And he'd be like, bro, you got goals bigger than that, dude.
Hey, you think that Taylor turns the Sentinel Training into JR and then JR returns it to him with like red marks on it? Like
Yeah. They did a whole podcast about it, and JR basically programmed his whole week.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's awesome. He's gonna love this bit.
And then he thinks that they're equals.
What's Bryson like? Are you friends with Bryson?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say we don't talk,
because I stayed with him for at semifinals, and he was like the coolest dude in the house.
Yeah, I like Bryson.
He just hangs out in the kitchen with his shirt off, cooking steaks all day for everyone.
Yeah, he's cool. I like him.
Yeah, how did Taylor score him? Do you have a sidekick like that? Do you have a Robin?
No, Dallin.
Oh, how nice would it be to beat Dallin this year, right?
I mean, that's the plan.
He's good, right?
He is good.
You think that he has you think he has a shot at winning the games, Dallin Pepper?
When everybody retires.
Okay. So he needs some people to get out of his way. You don't think that some of those guys are waning? You don't think that? Do you think Roman peaked last year with the broken leg?
No, dude. He's good, dude.
He is.
Yeah.
He still got it?
Yeah.
And what the fuck's going on with Pat Vellner? How is he hanging out for so long? What's the trick there?
I don't know, man. I keep telling him to retire. And he keeps telling me once I beat him, he will. So I'm trying to get him out of there.
Hey, what about this Jay Crouch dude? He was on yesterday. Jay's on the ascent, huh?
He is. I like Jay.
Yeah,
Like
he's cool, right? Is there
people.
anyone you don't like? Any of the dudes are like, God, that dude's a dick.
No, I wouldn't say anyone's a dick to me. But I definitely have favorites for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Justin's always a problem, right? Because he got the 2 wins under him, so like you just know.
You think he's still riding those highs from like 2 years ago?
I mean, I just think if I was competing
I would.
and I was looking for some safety, I wouldn't look to Justin for it. You know what I mean? Like the guy already won twice. Like he's a problem.
Yeah, I mean he's good.
Yeah.
I feel like last year it probably was a fluke for him. So I mean I didn't put too much stock into what happened last year for him.
So you think
just like I didn't put too much talk about what happened to me last year. It was kind of just like, all right, like that plan didn't work for me, and I'm sure he probably felt similar things as well for his training, and we just kind of adjusted, and we went from there.
do you think that any of these athletes like outside shit? How big a role do you think outside shit is for these athletes? You know what I mean? Like boyfriends, girlfriends, sponsorship deals, distractions. You think that there's you think that plays a huge role? Like in your life, or do you have any distractions that you're like, fuck, I gotta keep that away? Like fentanyl use?
No, I definitely think there are distractions, and I think every situation is different for everybody. I mean, you could be in a toxic relationship and I think be making you stressed out and whatnot. Or
Do you think there's any athletes who are in those?
I mean, I'm sure.
Like good athletes,
Everything's not picture perfect. People are dealing with things, and what we see on Instagram is just highlights. And so, I mean, I'm pretty sure people have relational issues, and maybe that carries over into their performance.
I mean, look what happened. Look at Colton. The Colton thing's crazy.
What do you mean?
His mom passed away fucking 2 days before
Oh,
he was going to do the Open.
I mean, stuff like that. I mean, people walk through some things that you just can't like necessarily just put to the side without letting it leak into performance.
And are you working at all?
I mean, no.
Like you know that you never go do stuff at the church anymore. You're not doing audio, video, or whatever you were doing at the church.
I was never doing audio, video.
Bouncing at the church, stealing money from the plate.
I don't do that, no.
Do you miss that? Do you think that do you have enough structure in your life?
I have a perfect amount.
Yeah. And you're good at it?
Yeah.
No complaining, no whining.
No whining?
Yeah.
I complain a lot.
How's your relationship with your wife going?
That's great. My wife,
She's still supportive. She hasn't said to you, like, I remember I wanted to be an artist, and eventually my mom's like, dude, you need to get a job at Starbucks. Your wife's not like, hey, dude, you got to get a job.
No, she supports me.
That's great.
Yeah, she's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Yeah, I mean,
any distractions for you besides the house? Is the house a stressful distraction?
No, I mean, we got the keys. We're not even going to move in until after the games.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, so we'll do some stuff. We're going to paint it, and then it's move-in ready. So there's nothing we got to necessarily do besides paint and clean it up and do stuff like that. But I don't want to move everything in and deal with all that. So we'll just wait, and then hopefully it'll just be a good coming home party.
Yeah, that is nice. Regardless of what happens at the games, you'll come home to a fucking new house to move into. That's awesome. What a good way to handle your shit. I like that.
Yeah, it's got a big old shed, so I'm gonna have a garage gym. It's gonna be nice.
But won't you miss Crash? I don't think you'll use it. I think you need to go to Crash.
No, I'll definitely go to Crash.
Yeah. How's your relationship with JR going now that you've been back home for a year?
My relationship with JR is the same as when I left. It's nothing. I'm kidding. I mean, it's good. We
You ever think he gives you too much tough love, or you ever like, hey, dude, just lighten up?
I tell him all the time to lighten up. He just doesn't listen.
Do you think he's handling you right?
Yeah, for sure.
You think there's anywhere he could improve?
I mean, you can improve communicating.
Oh, with you. You want more communication.
I mean, I'm not like, no, like I want him to say hey to me when I walk into the gym.
Hi, Jayson.
Not necessarily like scream it. It's a huge gym, so I don't expect him to like scream it across the gym. But if we walk past each other,
Yeah.
then for some reason it's human decency to like acknowledge that the other person is walking by, and we are very close. Maybe if it's a stranger. Like I get it. Like you don't have to like say hey, but we talk every single day via text message, and we talk about workouts. We talk about things all the time. That when I cross paths with him, there should be some sort of acknowledgement.
Even a head pump like the black guys do.
If we make eye contact,
so
he'll give me the head pump.
Oh, he will.
But I'm to the point now where it's just like, dude, I'll just. I expect it, so I don't even care anymore.
Hey, he's consciously not saying hi to you. You know that.
Yeah.
Like it pops in his head, and he's like the Terminator. He's like, hi.
I feel like since I like this is like his persona, and when I talk about it, he just he just lives it. He just wants to like just carry it out.
Oh, double down on it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say hi to you in 2026. Now I'm not.
Yeah, like he's probably listening to this, or he'll listen to it later because he listens to everything, and he'll be like, all right, yeah, I'll keep doing that, or I'll double down. I won't even give you a head nod if we make eye contact or something.
There were these fucking employees. So when I would show up to CrossFit HQ, I would park in the back, and I would always walk through the gym. And there were these 3 employees or 4 employees specifically, like peons compared to me.
Yeah.
Low man on the totem pole. And every time I walked in the gym, like it would just be me and them in this gym. Yeah. And I would be staring at them the whole time. They'd be over there just like putting weights away. And then I'd be like, hey, Jayson. And they'd be like, hey. I'm like, for years it was like that. Finally, you know what I did?
Yeah. What?
Fuck you. Like I ain't saying hi to you no more. I'm done. Like I'm done. Like you don't even get like, you know what I mean? Like I'm done. Like I'm done.
Dude, it's so his one thing that he does is if I walk up to him and he's on his phone, he'll be texting, and I'll walk up to him to the side, and I'll be like, hey JR, and all he'll do is this.
Oh, that was good. Oh my God. I have limited experience with JR, and I can totally see that.
And it gets to a point where you're just like, dude, I don't even want to talk to you. So yeah.
All right.
I love him though, man. Gotta love him.
But he's consistent and committed.
He is.
Does he ever just call you out of the blue? No. So all your communication is done in person?
No. We text more than we talk in person.
Oh, you ever text with him when you're both in the gym?
Yeah, all the time.
So like he's in the gym, but instead of talking, you text.
I told you that story on live last time I was on here. We were doing it. He sent me a workout to do because he programs for me, and I did the workout, and we were at the gym together. And I when he wasn't there, I responded how it went. So I'm giving an update on like how it went. And a few hours later, we're in the gym together, and we're in like the back room working out because class is going on. So he has like this back room, and we're sitting probably maybe 15 feet from each other. We haven't said a word because he's like working out, and I think he's like in the middle of a rest break, and he's on his phone and he texts me.
It's just the 2 of you in the room.
It's only 2 of us in the room. We haven't said a word all day today, and we're 15 feet away from each other. And he texts me his response to the text message 2 hours ago about how the workout went.
Wow.
Yeah. Um,
Hey, it's like that when I visit Dave at his house a couple times. Like I'll go to Dave's house a couple times a year, like for Christmas or Thanksgiving or some shit.
yeah.
And I'll go there, and he'll be in one part of the house, and I'll be. We still text. We don't talk.
Yeah. I mean, whatever floats his boat, man.
Yeah, we just text. I kind of prefer it. I guess
Yeah.
I kind of prefer it. Like I'll be at the pool with my kids at his pool, and he'll be on the whole. He has a pretty big house and pretty big property, and he'll be on the other side sitting by the fire. And we'll
Yeah.
be texting. He'll even say stuff to me like, "Text me while I'm at his house. What are you doing?" And it'll just be our two families. I'm like, "Sitting by your pool." He's like, "Oh."
Yeah. It's just, it's comical at this point. It's just kind of, I mean, I don't expect anything less.
And that's what you came back for.
Yeah. We did a workout yesterday on the track though together. I feel like it's so funny, dude. One of the funniest things in the world is watching that man like in the pain cave because I don't see it often, and he's really good at like hiding how he feels.
Everything, hiding everything.
He's good at hiding everything, and so like every blue moon he'll like go to that space. And yesterday we were on the turf at a track, and we were doing some intervals together, and we were going you go I go, and I mean we were cooked, man. It was like 100 something degrees out there on turf, no shade, the field was hot, and I mean we were hurting. And when he goes, it takes every ounce of me not to just start geeking out whenever he's like bent over, tired, and like just hurting so much. And I just want to geek, man.
What does that mean? Start laughing?
Yeah, I just want to have an outburst of laughing. And I'll just like, I'll have to like turn away because it's just like,
why don't you just laugh at him?
Because he's in the middle of working. If I just started laughing in the middle of his interval, he would be so mad.
How did you get there? Did you drive there together?
No, we meet there.
Oh, so you don't even go to the gym and then drive there together. Swing through the fucking Chick-fil-A, drive through, eat, fist bump, tell a few stories about the first time you got laid. None of that.
None of that. There was one workout. Dude, I have to find the video and send it to you. It was me, him, and Taylor out there a couple years ago, training for the 22 games. And same situation. It's hot. It's on the turf. It's we're cooked out there, and we made him do like some like sled drag or something. Just he's like very rarely do I see him lay down. He gets done a workout. He's very good at like walking it off. And it is so funny when he's like crawling on the ground after workouts. And in this moment, it was turf, and so he had all those black pellets on his back. So funny, man. And me and Taylor are just dying laughing at him, and he's like just rolling around on this artificial turf, getting all these black things on him. So good, man.
Hey, what is going on with your and Taylor's relationship? Do you guys ever any training together?
Yeah, I plan on going up there. I was supposed to go up there next weekend, but he just told me that he had something with his he won't be there, and so I do plan on going up there.
Is he a special tool in the quiver? Like, is he something you train for? Like, okay, I want to see what it's like to train with an asshole, or I want to see what it's like to train with someone who really wants to beat me, or is he like a special kind of training partner? Okay, I'm bringing him in for a day.
Not for those reasons that you said. It's more so just to compete.
You want to do it for charity? This is my friend who didn't make it to the games. I want to let him touch greatness.
No, we do it to just race. And then there's some, for moments like this, we'll just do a bunch of workouts that he would like be world class at.
Okay.
That I would just like kind of try to keep up.
Okay. So he does have that space. You want to like be like, okay, let's pick something in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Okay, well then Kill Taylor should be perfect for you this week. $2,500. He's picked everything he's picking is in his wheelhouse.
I know. But I plan on going up there. He would probably be top 3 in that run swim at the games, and so we're gonna do that together.
And who would he be up there with? Adler and Roman?
He's a better swimmer than both of them. I mean, I think he would probably be top 3.
Wow. Oh, do you think he'll ever make it to the games?
I think he has the capabilities. I don't know if he'll ever. I mean, that's up to him if he wants to. I think that's kind of been my whole thought towards it. It's definitely in his capabilities and potential to make it, and it would be up to him if he decided. I mean, he's got a lot of stuff going on. He has his own business. He coaches a lot, and so
he wants to buy a house.
Yeah, I mean, if he actually trained for it, then I think he could.
So you don't think he's training right for it?
I mean, he got hurt.
Right.
I don't think he. I mean,
I think he admits to not training for it, but
he trained for it. I just didn't think he had the right enough time to get ready for like the squat volume and all that stuff. And so he has to take some time to get his knee right a little bit longer. But once it's good, I think he could if he wanted to.
Hey, when he fell off the box there, between me and you, do you think that was real? Do you think any part of that was like just being a pussy? Like he just gave up? Or do you think he really went to a place where because he says he doesn't even remember some of that shit?
No, I think he was blacked out. I think he was not actually blacked out, but I think he was into that
but it
state.
shut down. He went to a place where he lost control of his body.
Yeah.
God, that must have been. Did you enjoy that?
I didn't see it until the video.
But you were there.
I was there.
What did you do? What did you do with the $5,000?
I mean, it's in I put it in that house I just bought.
CAPeptides.com.
Thank you.
Say thank you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you,
Sarah.
Sarah.
Thank you. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything. The interview's over.
Is it?
Yeah. It was good.
How was it?
I thought it was great. You really opened up at the end with the JR stories.
I haven't been open up the whole time?
I don't know. I just felt I felt a.
We had a 30-minute clip for JR.
Oh, you mean just talking about him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. And then Taylor tried to call in. Okay, so can you set is your phone there with you?
Yeah. I'll remember.
Okay.
Someone text me. I'll remember.
Look, they're rating the interview a 7 out of 10. That's not bad.
7 out of 10.
Yeah, that's
what
average.
Else, what else do you want to talk about so we can get that to 10 out of 10?
I'm good. I just wanted to touch base. We're breaking it's been a while. How long has it been?
I don't know. A couple months.
Oh, 6.9. That's not good.
Ooh.
The problem is that there's so much the bar's been set so high by Taylor coming on here and talking about his butthole that it's just. I think.
Yeah, what did you think about his semifinal performance? His semifinal analyst performance.
Wasn't he at semifinals?
You're not getting what I'm saying.
Semifinals analyst performance.
His semifinal West Coast Classic performance. Never mind.
Why, did something happen there? What am I missing? What happened there?
Nothing.
You're not going to tell me? I want to see.
No, y'all did recap shows. That's what I'm asking about.
Oh. Yeah. I had a talk with him. I don't mind I don't mind all the crazy stuff, but it's the cadence.
The cadence.
Yeah, like I don't care if he calls someone a tranny or he'll spit in their butthole, or I don't mind any of that. I mean, I'm don't get me wrong, I'm shocked by some of it, but it's the cadence. I don't like it when he falls into the comments. Like we had a talk.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, hey, it's like you have to do like one explosion, and then like there has to be like a 30-second break so some other shit can happen before the next explosion. He just napalms. And so he says a lot of funny, great shit that just gets lost in the melee.
Yeah.
What do you think? I just think it's his cadence is off a little bit. It's too rapid fire.
I mean, I think it's I don't have a problem with it. I think the West Coast Classic was a little overboard, but other than that, I mean, it's kind of just on par for him.
I've had some shows that were overboard. It happens.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Hey, there's some comics like that. Like there was a comic I couldn't stand, a little short guy. He's dead now, but he was his whole bit was yelling.
A comic?
A comic. I'm trying to maybe someone will say his name. There's some comics like that. It's like, hey dude, like your whole like you got to come back and forth. Like you know like when dudes you do what's that called when you imitate someone's voice?
I don't know.
But you've seen comics who do that. Like they can just go from voice to voice to voice to
Yeah.
voice. And it's like, oh yeah, Gilbert. This isn't who I was thinking of, Gilbert Gottfried, but yeah, he sucks. I can't. Do you know who that is?
No, it's a comic.
Yeah, he's a comic, like a stand-up comic, like a guy that jumps up.
Oh my
A
goodness.
comedian. Oh, Sam Kinison. Oh my God, I want to throw him in the garbage. It's just too much.
Dude, I thought you were talking about like you said comic. I'm thinking like a comic book.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
impersonations. Yeah, you know when someone does impersonations, like I like it when they go back and forth. Like if you just get
what
stuck as
happened?
a
You're
person.
talking about,
I like Andrew Dice Clay. Dice Clay's good. Dice Clay doesn't. He's cool.
yeah. Who's that dude that does the puppet?
Like a ventriloquist.
Yeah.
I don't think I know any ventriloquists.
There was that one dude that was kind of famous years ago. That was kind of like he had the old guy, the old little puppet. He had the old puppet, Jeff Dunham. That's Jeff Dunham. That's what it was.
Oh wow, Jeff, is he good?
You know who Jeff Dunham is?
Nuh-uh.
Dude, he was so good.
Life and tour of Jeff Dunham. 36 minutes of Jeff Dunham and friends. Wow, you know a ventriloquist by name. You're far more eclectic than I thought.
Yeah.
Wow, you know your shit. Do you know who Sam Kinison is?
No.
I think he died a while ago, but he was a comic when I was a kid, and man, he was too much for me. If he came on, or do you know who Gilbert Gottfried is? No. Yeah, they're long gone. All right. Thanks,
All
dude.
right. You're the man. You gonna be at the game?
I am.
See you there. I'm gonna give you a hug.
All right, I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it. Jason Hopper.
Later.
He's gonna have a great year. He is gonna have a great year. Man, there's some good dudes. There's some good dudes. Jay Crouch. Oh, I need to get Dallin on. Maybe I should text Dallin right now too. Do I ever interview girls? Oh yeah, I interviewed a girl just now. Let me see Dallin. I feel so much better than I did last night. Last night I was flat. Whew. Dallin Pepper. Souza. I always have Souza on all these. Dallin. Can we get you on the podcast? I better invite a girl too. Which girl should I invite? I need to look at the leaderboard. CrossFit Games leaderboard. Oh, I text Carolyn Stanley. 2024. Who should I invite, guys? I'll start saying names, and you guys tell me. Games. Women. I need a woman. Danielle Brandon already invited her. Shelby Neal already did her. Gemma Rader did her. Oh, Alexis Raptis, she's coming on. Andrea Pinheiro, Emma Lawson. Oh, Chloe Gavid. Chloe, I want to invite her. Chloe Gavon David. That's who I want to invite. I think someone sent me her phone number and I fucking dropped the ball on it. Let me see. I'll DM her. Chloe. Oh, I don't even follow her. Oh, now I do. She's a PE teacher. Chloe. Oh shit. I just sent her a DM and it just says Chloe and I can't resend it because it says you can't message this account unless they follow you. To connect, it may help to follow them. I do fucking follow her. I fucked up. God damn it. Okay, I'll look in my text messages and see if someone sent me her. Chloe. Did John Young send me your phone number? Who sent me your phone number? Oh, there it is. Someone just texted to me. There we go. Oh, thank you. Shit. I wonder if I just feel I wonder why I feel so much better than last night. You guys think that do you think my night shows or midday shows or PM shows are different? Oh, does Victoria Campo speak English? Is she going to the games as an individual? 51 I guess I shouldn't give her phone number out live on the air. Chloe, this is Sevon. I'd love to have you on my podcast. That's fine, right? Just a cold text someone. Paper Street Coffee. Only thing I've had today. Not even one bit jittery. All right. So I invited a girl and a boy. We're cruising. Those of you who like the show with Dale Saran, where we talked about the overturning of the 1984 decision in the Chevron case in the Supreme Court, the one that gives the control over society back to Congress and judges, as opposed to outsourcing it to captured agencies. If you want to see some crazy shit, they're starting to bring the heads of these agencies in front of Congress now. And yesterday, I watched a shitload of clips. They brought in this guy. Who's the administrator for the EPA, for the Environmental Protection Agency? You won't even believe it. They've been bringing him in front of Congress, talking to him about all the money he's been spending, and that really he basically is not going to be able to do that anymore. It's like the EPA has put in more Environmental Protection Agency. They've put in regulation that costs the country more money than all the regulation Obama put in 8 years. It's like $1.6 trillion. It's fucking crazy. You really want to see that? They would do that. Dale, Greg, and Sevon show. Careful what you wish for. EPA Michael. Let me just type that in. What's the guy's name? Michael Regan. Type in that dude's name, Michael Regan. I think it's spelled Michal Regan, Regan, and watch some of the stuff that Forbes is putting out. He's getting destroyed. It's awesome. Will Martin hit like for the algorithm? Not Michael Knight. Daniel Garrity. Daniel, sometimes I wonder about you, buddy. I get suspect Radon is going to kill me. Also, Sevi, screw the EPA and its regulations. Man, oh man. How about this? Sugar's going to kill me. Also, Sevi, screw the FDA and its regulations. I mean, that's what you sound like. Your suspicion is warranted. Thank you. Tutor Magda's piece. Oh, if they don't spend the money, that can't get more. They can't get more next year. You should have Jake Chapman on for an affiliate show. I don't know. Here's the thing. Like all the people in the chat, like I have these impressions of you. And I don't know if I want to ruin them or change them or make them better or worse. Sugar's going to kill me. Also have 5 spicy margaritas. That's correct. But I always tell the waitress, skinny. Skinny. But if I were to visit a guest, a person in the chat, I'm trying to think, who would I go visit? Jake Chapman would be fucking high on the list. I'm going to put you as number 1 until I think of someone else. He'd be my number 1 guy. Oh, I'd probably visit Janelle, too. Oh, I know. We aren't as cool as you think we are. I know. That's the thing. That's what I'm scared about. Yeah, that's interesting. Doesn't the Fit Aid have you running to take a piss? It's not like, it doesn't make me have to take a piss like at literally, I swear to God, it was like this. At semifinals, West Coast, I would drink a Ghost or a Red Bull, and it was like as I was pouring it in, I could see it coming out of my dick. It was just like a straight shot. It's not like that. But yesterday during the show, oh, when? Oh, good. Dallin responded. What a good dude. Wow. Wow. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is going to be some breaking news that I'm not going to tell you guys. Wow. Holy shit. Well, that's going to be fun to break that story. Hey, you guys want to see something crazy? This is pretty crazy too. Did you see yesterday? Oh, you guys are going to fucking trip on this. Okay, look at this. These are the 2 things I want to show you guys. I'm changing subjects. The thing I'm wowing about is something I just heard about related to the CrossFit Games. Yeah, I think Spin will break it first. He's yeah, I think he will. Let me see. I'll send it to Spin. I'll send it to Spin now. And see if he knows anything. Okay, check this out. Sevon's the king of edging. No, the workouts have not been leaked. Okay. That's the problem. I got text messages that are just always pouring in over here on the side. You guys know the rule, right? When I look this way, I'm looking at text messages. When I look at this way, I'm looking at porn. I mean, videos that I'm going to show you. Okay, check this out. This is the first thing I want to show you, but this is just a build up to the climax. This is fucking crazy. I just love shit like this. This is just nuts. Okay, ready? Here we go.
Nancy Pelosi, who pulled the trigger on Biden's favorite morning show.
It's up to the president to decide if he is going to run.
It's up to the president to what? What did she say?
Or it was Nancy Pelosi who pulled the trigger on Biden's favorite morning show.
It's up to the president to decide if he is going.
What the fuck word is she saying?
Democrats'
to the-
civil war.
It's up to the president to what?
It was Nancy Pelosi who pulled the trigger on Biden's favorite morning show.
It's up to the president to decide.
To secede? To secede?
Fired in the Democrats' civil war. It was Nancy Pelosi who pulled the trigger on Biden's favorite morning show.
It's up to the president to decide if he is going to run. We're all encouraging him.
What the fuck, dude? Her tits are huge. Okay, but here's the part I was really tripping on. Here we go. Wait till you see this part. Wait till you see this part. Here we go.
If he doesn't drop out in the next week or two, a whistleblower will emerge, somebody who has some fortitude, some ethics, some morals inside of Joe Biden's cabinet, somebody inside of that White House who knows what's going on, who understands the cover-up, and they will leak something to you for your primetime show.
Biden's about to realize that the presidency isn't.
Holy shit. They're threatening the fucking president of the United States on Fox to step down, or they're going to. You know what's crazy? Remember all that talk that they said Trump wouldn't leave office? And they were worried about that? How is it that everything that they say is about themselves?
Drop out in the next week or two, a whistle
Negotiation. And if Biden thinks only God can convince him to bow out, he should prepare for this.
If he doesn't drop out in the next week or two, a whistleblower will emerge, somebody who has some fortitude, some ethics, some morals inside of Joe Biden's cabinet, somebody inside of that White House who knows what's going on, who understands the cover-up, and they will leak something to you for your primetime show.
Biden's about to realize that the presidency isn't the most powerful thing in Washington. The Democrat machine is.
The difference between Democrats and Republicans is so simple. Republicans believe in individual rights. Democrats believe in taking individual rights and giving them to groups. It's the same exact ideology and mindset and software and operating system that was at the foundation of slavery. Let's take the rights away from these people and give them to these people. And it's exactly where they're at now. That's all they want to do. They want to take away individual rights and give them to groups. Everything you can see, everything that they do is like that. Everything fits right in that paradigm, right down that flow. I'll give you an example. If you want clean water and clean air, what do you need? You need fucking economic prosperity. You need people who have an abundance of food and abundance of energy. And when we have economic prosperity, that's the rights for everybody. We get good shit. We get clean water, we get clean air, we get good cars, we get good food. But what do? They want to take away the rights of people and give them to climate change groups. And what do? They destroy the economy. And when the economy gets destroyed, the environment goes to shit. Look at Los Angeles. The environment there, look at San Francisco. The environment there has been completely destroyed. They tell you shit like they're worried about straws, but how many masks do you think are in the oceans? What do you think the damage is caused by straws versus masks environmentally? What did they do? They took away the rights of the individual and gave them to groups by putting the masks. That's always their stance. Everything they do fucks everything up. I have a heated pillow. Oh, that sounds horrible. I like a cold pillow. Man, Jesse on the Jesse Waters show, they just said fucking, hey, we're gonna like release a picture of him having sex with a donkey or something, right? Is the fleshlight eco-friendly? I feel like porn and sex toys and anything besides the stuffed animal you humped when you were 7 years old is basically just a blow to my ego. Like anyone who uses any sex toys, I feel like you have no pride. You know what I mean? It's like the people who take the escalator at the airport. I just think less of them. I just think it's weak. It's how I leverage my ego to be strong. You know what I mean? I just think all those things are just weak. And so it's like, you need porn, you're weak. You need the escalator, you're weak. And I don't even care if it's true or not. I just like that because it's like me leveraging my ego to keep me on the straight and narrow. My cousin's wife got him a penis extender. Oh, that's cool. God, what is a penis extender? Is that like it actually makes the penis you have longer, or you put something on it, like an attachment? Sex toys are kind of gay. You know what's crazy? Speaking of gay, I was following this like pretty hardcore like foreigner Venezuelan chick or something, and she's a crazy hardcore conservative, like always shooting guns and shit. And then she started hating on gays, and I think I gotta unfollow her. I think I got. I wish I could. Can anyone tell me who she is? I want to unfollow her. I want to say her name started with a V or something. I can't do anti-gay shit at all. It disgusts me. It's like it would be like, I just think if you could be anti-gay, well, if you can be anti-anything, you could be anti-anything. You know what I mean? Like if it like the fact that I'm capable of like wanting to vanquish pedos means I'm capable of vanquishing anyone. I get that mechanism. It means I have it, right? Oh, Valerie something. Is that what it is? Yeah, I'm over her shit. I don't want there to be a I don't want there to be a I don't want to have a list of people that I don't like. Oh, yeah, this chick. This shit ain't fucking cool. Let me see. I'll play you some of her shit. I'm gonna unfollow her. I think I'm over her shit. Following. Unfollow. I invited her on the show too, but I don't know. Let me see if I can find. That's a great song.
For those that I offended for burning 2 pornographic books, from the bottom of my heart, I want to apologize.
To absolutely nobody.
Okay.
Today, it became illegal for non-citizens to vote. And tomorrow, the crooked Democrats...
No, not that one. Anyway, I saw something where I thought she was... Maybe I should take... Oh, let me see.
They say driving a Prius is a little gay. Until I pull out this little guy.
Not that one. I don't mind that one. There was just one in here where she was just saying something about gay shit. And I was like, all right, I can't do that. Anyway, I hope she gets done what she needs to get done. Oh, wait, is this it? Oh, we can get, let's see.
Go broke. This company tried to keep me quiet for speaking up against the pornographic material in our children's libraries. And today, I fire them. No amount of money, stock, or bullying will make me compromise my values. So I will never support a company that wants to empower and protect pedophiles and groomers in our schools and libraries. So feed your dog something that is now weak and gay. This is good versus evil.
Don't give your dog something that's weak and don't be weak and gay. Yeah, she's conflating. She's conflating pedophiles and gay people. I can't do it. By the way, you're a fucking idiot if you feed your dog anything from Purina. Anyway. Scroll up. Why would I miss? Let me see your profile picture. Ah, yes. I didn't think you had blonde hair. There was one called "Gay Shit" towards the top. I sent it in your DMs. All right. I think. I wonder what's happening with Biden today. I think he's meeting with some people. Trump calls George Clooney a rat for turning on Biden. Isn't he meeting with? Isn't he meeting with people today? The Daily Show ribs Biden over Democrat detractors. First Dem senator calls for Biden to drop out for the good of the country. Hakeem Jeffries wants to hear from all the House Democrats before next. Biden's political position is rapidly deteriorating. Oh, okay. Here it is. A staggering 24 hours that cracked the political foundation. Let me see. There's a press conference today that's going to be worth watching. It's live. I think he's going to step in front of the press corps. Does anyone give a shit what George Clooney thinks? I mean, seriously, like anybody? Damn, when is the press conference? Critical. When is that press conference? Does anyone know? Is it today? Maybe I'll just type in Biden press conference. Biden press conference. I suck at Googling. Oh, here we go. Live 31 minutes ago. Election to Biden to hold news conference as pressure from Democrats grows. Is today Thursday? So Thursday, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Dude, should we do a party where we watch it? Okay. President Joe Biden will hold a news conference at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Thursday, the key event in the monumental week for his campaign as he fends off calls for him to step aside as the party's presumptive nominee. Oh, they must be tripping. Man, they must be tripping. Trump sentencing in his New York hush money criminal case was originally, it's not even a hush money criminal case. It's just a tax fraud case, right? Like taking money from the wrong account. They've asked, a full motion is due this week, and prosecutors have until July 24th to respond. The sentencing has been moved to September 18th. All right. Good times. Kenneth DeLapp, watch party would kick all the ass. All right. Oh, you say 5:30 Eastern Standard Time? Oh, let me check again. Biden press conference. I'm checking. Hill focuses on Biden's press conference as calls to drop re-election bid continue. This article doesn't say what time. Jesus Christ. How do you title an article? Biden's solo unscripted news conference, a pivotal moment in debate, rebound 6 hours ago from ABC News. The high stakes moment, which the White House on Thursday morning said is being moved back from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Okay, so they moved it. All right. That was 6 hours ago. So we're both right. So it is 6:30. So 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I wonder if I can just stream that. I wonder what the rules are of that. What's gayer, wearing a little bracelet from a market stall or wearing a vest in public? I do both. Yeah, I think yesterday, Jenny, I think yesterday it did say 5:30. I think you're right. I think they changed it. Someone made this for me. Rosie Photography made this for me at the games last year. Everyone should make me something. Bring me something at the games. Make my day. Shower me with gifts, please. I wear fanny pack at the games too to hold all your gifts in. Shower me. Shower me with gifts. Peanut M&Ms, hand jobs, kisses, butt slaps, cash, coffee, chocolate-covered espresso beans, nude picture of your husband. All that stuff. I'll be there. I'm going to the games this year to watch the events. No, to bring Sevon a gift. Nude picture of my husband. Old underwear, cologne, deodorant. Bring me a stick of deodorant. Of all the things, I think the two things that I'd be most interested in are chocolate-covered espresso beans, and I could probably use a stick of deodorant. I do start to get a little paranoid about that because I could start stanking there. I don't give a fuck. It's not cool. Not a weighted vest. Didn't someone bring you a shirt at the games and you mocked them on the podcast? Probably. But listen, that still gives me material for the show. You know what I mean? It's a win-win. Like, you give me a shirt, and what I say, I can already guess what I said. I'm like, this motherfucker, I'm working my ass off. I got 2 cameras, and he hands me some cheesy-ass fucking shirt that's cheaply printed that says some shit I'd never even wear. And I have to just smile and pretend like I like it. Oh, thank you. Oh, come here. Mwah. But it's still like, you have to, it's content for the show. It's like you're doing your part. So, there. See, everything's positive. Everything's good and dandy. Oh. What is this? Oh, shit. They got Danielle Brandon on Talking Elite Fitness right now. Someone just sent me a link. Is it? She's wearing nothing but overalls. She's naked underneath it. Wow. Oh, Wad Zombie's over there. Or he was over there. Is this live? I can't tell if this is live. It says 35 watching now. Stream started 21 minutes ago. The comments are all from Patrick Clark and Wad Zombie. All right. It's never live. It's a premiere. Oh. Don't say that, Sevon. People will leave your stream. She's naked. She has her titties out. Get over there now. You're missing out. Now Jonathan's over there. This is pretty funny. There's 3 comments from Wadapalooza, 3 comments from Patrick Clark, and 3 comments from John. Mr. Clark is pulling his meat. I don't know. I don't think he's in the girls. Patrick, are you? Be honest. The reason why I don't think it's live, dude, is because David is because oh yeah, maybe it is live. The dot's red. All right. Go over there. Tell her that we miss her. Or don't. When is Russell Berger interview? Hopefully soon. Jesus. Hopefully soon. You guys want to hear any more Biden or Trump stuff? Oh, my gardener got back to me. My sprinklers are all fucked up. Let's just do a quick rounds here really quick. Coffee, pods, and wads. He did around the whiteboard yesterday. What's he got today? Live. On the 12th, he has Elisa Fuliano coming on. Okay. So that's not today. Get with the programming. Too bad I can't spell programming right. Get with the programming. Let's see what they got going on. Was I on at the same time as Barbell Spin last night? Is that what happened? Did something weird happen? Get with the programming. I don't see anything scheduled. Okay. And who else? Barbell Spin. Barbell Spin. Barbell Spin. Live shows. They got nothing scheduled either. Jesus Christ. I mean, Jesus Christos. Sorry. Cheese and crackers. Oh, Austin Hatfield. I need to have him on. And Luke Parker. Oh, I have so much work to do. Okay, 3:30. Oh, what's this? Emma. What is this? Emma. Oh, you want to see this? Holy cow. You guys want to see this? Should we? Fuck. I think this is Emma McQuaid. Isn't she going to the CrossFit Games? Is this chick going to the CrossFit Games? Russell will be on. I think he's scheduled. If he's not, I'll bug him now. What is this? Crazy talk.
Be fit and healthy. Hyrox is so accessible to absolutely everyone. People know exactly what they're going in to do. Where I think, they don't want to be swinging from a bar, they don't want to be lifting heavy weights overhead, and they don't want to have risk of injury to not be able to go to work on Monday morning. So I think if we lower the entry barrier, we're going to have more people doing fitness in general. Right now, just want to be fit and healthy. Hyrox is so accessible to absolutely everyone. People know exactly what they're...
How the fuck is Hyrox safer than fucking CrossFit? Is she out of her fucking mind? You think fucking doing wall balls with quarter squats is fucking safe when you're racing against fucking people? You think that makes it somehow accessible? What other shit do they do? That fucking broad jump fucking thing? The sandbag? Like, she's out of her fucking mind. More accessible. Swinging from a bar. Where the fuck is she? Where does she? What the fuck is she talking about? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Do you think this guy has pronouns? Whole lot of angry CrossFitters in here proving her point. Been doing it for over a decade and work out at home now because of how toxic the community is. Oh, yes, the community is so toxic. Pussy. Yeah, it is toxic, and you're a pussy. It's got
Right now,
radon in it. Anyway. That's just stupid. Oh, what's this?
You take an event in 2014 and then take an event now. They're wildly different. Okay? They're not going legless up the pegboard.
Jesus, John is everywhere. God, John, you're a whore. I mean, you're a busy man. What is this account? Hybrid something? Oh, Nelly.
And why I say it, because if we did, we'd crush it.
You think? Is that what you think?
If we were
That guy stole Hiller's line?
to create something where we had a traveling series of in-person, competitive community, mass participation events, we would do very well at that.
Good day, everybody. Welcome to this.
Oh, shut your fucking pie hole. I don't fucking want to hear your shit. All right. I guess I'm done. Oh, I can hear the boys having a Nerf war outside. Avi! Come here, boy. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Come in here. Come to me. I had a games athlete at my house a couple days ago. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Just come. Come. Show him your bracelet.
It's not a bracelet.
It's not a bracelet? What is it?
I'm playing a game.
Hey, do we look alike?
Who is this?
Just a bunch of people, my friends. Hang out with my friends. What do you think I do? I just come in here and hang out with my friends every morning. Oh, what? Whoa! How did you choose a CEO shirt this morning? Come.
I don't choose my shirts.
Oh, come! Listen.
A random shirt.
How did you choose a CEO shirt this morning? Go ahead, answer.
I don't know.
You said you don't choose. Give the answer you just said before.
I just pick random shirts.
How old are you?
Do I really have to answer that?
No, you don't have to ever do anything you don't want to do.
Fine, I'm 7.
And of your 3 brothers, who's the best at jiu-jitsu?
Joey and me and Avi's down.
But who's the best out of the 3 of you?
Oh,
Who has the most gold medals? And why do you think you're the best? Why do you think that you have the most gold medals? What characteristics do you have that make you
because Joey's scared, really scared. And Avi's just like not going his hardest.
But aren't you scared too?
Well, yeah, but I'm at least scared.
All right. I love you. That's your debut on the podcast. Good job. Good shirt. Now go put a vest on, okay? I love you. Bye. He got his mom's nose. No, I don't think he has his mom's nose. Oh, I see what you're saying by that. We'll see. They got to grow. You don't know whose nose they got until they get older. If you'd like to get a CEO shirt, speaking of shameless plug, make sure you go to Vindicate VNDK8. Jake Chapman, your boy looks like Nick. Good job, Jake. You are you're legit, dude. You know your shit. What? Say that again. Say that again. Yeah, go ahead.
He doesn't sound legit.
Jake doesn't sound legit?
No, not even close.
All right, fine. On that note, love you guys. Let me tell you who's going to be on here tomorrow. Friday. Oh, dude, tomorrow I have 2 people. I have Paige Semenza and Rebecca Fusile. Fusile. I even say her name right. Shit, tomorrow's going to be awesome. I love both of them.
Really? I thought you loved something more.
You thought I loved what?
Something more.
More. I love a lot of things, but I love Paige and Rebecca. They're awesome guests.
Well, true, but I have anything else?
Yeah, and then in the evening, I'm doing the CrossFit Games update show at 6:30. In the middle of the day, I'm going to hang out with you guys.
The middle?
Yeah. What do you want to do right now, by the way? What do you want to go do?
Right now we're playing a game.
But do you want to go do something? Let's go do something. You want to go to the beach?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. On behalf of Ari, Sevon Matosian and Sevon Matosian. Love you guys. Hopefully I'll see you guys at 3:30 p.m. for the debate or for the press conference. Joe Biden in front of the press.
Adios.
Adios. Oh, do you want to hear my song? Have you heard my song?
No,
You don't want to hear it?
I do want to.
Oh, here, listen.
It's a Sebon podcast show. It's a Sebon podcast show. Everybody's welcome. Peace and love. It's a Sebon podcast show. Bam, we're live.
It's not horrible, but the singer's voice.
Talking to the mic. Say that again.
It's not awful, but the singer's voice is a little off.
The singer's voice is a little off.
Yeah.
But you were laughing.
I know, it's so funny.
Yeah. Wait, let me see if I can turn your mic up. Go ahead. Now talk.
Hello?
Yeah, that's good. Now talk. Say something. I'm gonna see what mic you're on. Go ahead again.
Hello?
Okay, so you are on mic too. Okay. Damn, now I don't even want to go because you're on here. You're good, dude.
Really?
Yeah. You can hold a conversation, you laugh. You haven't said anything inappropriate that's embarrassed me yet.
Now you're embarrassing me.
Oh, okay.
Is mom list? Wait, can mom hear me? Because she's looking at the.
TV? Yeah,
No,
no
her
one can
phone.
see you, but they can hear you.
Oh, that makes sense. So I'm just like a visible ghost.
Yeah, you're just a voice on the show.
Wait, what?
You're just a voice. No one can see you.
Are there any people? Are there anybody else?
No, that's it. It's just me and you left. Do you speak any foreign languages? Can you sing? Can you count? Can you sing the alphabet in Armenian for me?
I pen kim tayetza e ato je iniun chetza again otzavat jemenki nushavo jabache gaseve dunetso yun pyudke yev ofe.
Who taught you that?
Your mom.
Why is the cord so tight? Give yourself some room. Pull the cord. There we go. All right. Thank you guys. We'll see you at 3:30. You want to come watch the debate with me in here at 3:30 and be on the show?
Definitely.
Okay, let's do it. Ari and I will be back here at 3:30 p.m. for the presidential debate. I'll get a camera on him and we'll do a
Why are you laughing? What's so funny?
I just love you so much. I'm overspilling with joy. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just kind of like, you know what I mean? You know when you get like so happy you start laughing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And don't worry, my dad's crying, so that's normal.
It's normal that I cry?
Yeah, so normal. I've seen you cry like 10 times in my life now.
10?
Or of course when you're a kid, but I wasn't alive.
Yeah. All right. Bye-bye.